What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is a nice, beautiful day. I'm so excited to be able to start this day with you. First things first, we have a brand new video that just dropped for Texas Pit Stop Barbecue. Woo-woo. We filmed it at the location in Galveston. Last time we filmed at the location in Lamarck. But if you haven't been to the Seawall location, you're missing out. You need to go.
Yeah, it's right there on the Seawall, 61st. Take it right. You will not miss it. I'm super excited about what's going on with this video. All you have to do to win is like, share, and comment.
It's easy. And okay, now second thing second, right? We're going to be on air with Pierre. Curt, I think you have a little bit of beef. I'm not sure what it is. The outfit is ready. I think there may be a wardrobe change before we get there, but we're going to be prepared.
Wait.
You're wearing that.
I told you I'm
You're
going to
wear that, Curt. You can't show up to On Air with Pierre looking like that. You got to, I don't know, put on like a bow tie or a fedora. What do y'all think? Maybe have like a feather?
Feather in my hat.
We got 5 seconds. Let's do this. Let us know. What are you guys up to today? What's going on? We're going to have a good day. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it is a nice, beautiful Wednesday morning. And I'm so excited to be starting with you. And I'm excited to be starting with you, Crystal.
What's up, everybody?
And what's up, Curt?
Hey, what's up, guys? We're so excited about today's show. We got a lot going on.
Yes.
It's a busy day. We have 3 guests in today.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're going to be talking a little bit about everything. But that's not different than most of the time. We usually are all over the place. So it's going to be an exciting show. We're going to have a good time. Started with some positivity, spreading some really cool businesses and things that are going on in the area.
Hey, before we get too far, if you're watching right now on our social media page, just search for KHEA Radio, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go ahead and share this video out. Let them know about KHEA Radio. Things are happening here at KHEA Radio, and we're going to be dropping some big news on Pierre Castillo live later this afternoon.
Yeah, so make sure that you tune in for that. But more importantly, just stay tuned into Kickstart. And then right after this, actually what we're doing is jumping in the car, going the speed limit as fast as we're legally allowed to, all the way to Pierre's Top Star Marketing offices. We're going to be kicking off his show from what I understand. And I can guarantee this will be the best show that On Air with Pierre has ever had. I promise.
I don't think they're ready. We've never been interviewed before live on camera, but I don't think this world is ready for this yet.
I don't think they're ready. But I'm guaranteeing 100% this will be the best On Air with Pierre that has ever hit the airwaves, ever touched social media, a camera has ever shined upon, so you don't want to miss it.
I'm so excited because I have a beef to pick with Pierre.
Oh, dang. So you're excited to pick beef. You like to argue.
I like to argue a little bit, but I'm a graphics guy. Like, I like really cool graphics. I like really good video. Like,
Okay.
That's my thing, right?
I think most people like really good video. Is there anybody out there that's like,
I want to see bad video. No, they want to see
some
great
bad
stuff.
video?
So Pierre put out a post earlier in the week,
Okay.
and he said, hey, we're so excited for the episode 2 of On Air with Pierre. And seeing Christina Wells was on there.
Oh, we love Christina Wells.
Christina Wells, big picture, we understand. We were not on America's Got Talent.
We would never be on America's Got Talent.
You know, we've never been on The Voice.
Hey, if there was a Lamarck Has Talent, I don't even know if we'd qualify for that one either, to be honest.
We weren't on Dancing with the Stars. We have never been to anything. So we understand that if you had a chance to choose between Christina Wells and Gardy and Curt.
I'm going Christina Wells.
Christina Wells, okay. But, you know, there's still plenty of room in that graphic for even just like a small picture of our beautiful faces.
You could have even used the one of the cartoon calligraphy that has been making its way around the internet. So if he didn't want to put like our actual faces, he could have just kind of took that little circle cutout, pasted it in the corner, or maybe even just like drawn a stick figure. I don't know. There could have been so many things.
Even a KHEA radio logo would have been fine.
Hey, the logo would have been fine because the American Heart Association is going to be on. And they use the logo. So if they didn't want to use our faces because they're, you know, maybe
no one knows who we are.
Flyer.
But then he had the nerve to tag us in the post, like, and KHEA. And you look at the graphic and you're like, where are we? Are we still on? Like, you're gonna tag us and tell us, but you're not gonna put us in the graphic?
We did ask because it said, hey, show number 2, guests that are gonna be on, and then it has like there. So it was like for me, I mean, Crystal, your dad, he's a technical writer. And so that means kind of like putting something in a way to where it is easily understood. There's no confusion. It's a manual. You know, writing manuals, writing flyers. I went to school for technical communication as well. So, you know, it's a mixture of technical writing and a communications degree. And so for me, I saw that and I was like, are we on? Are we on? I was like, Curt, have you talked to Pierre lately? We need to reach out to him. Maybe we're not on. And so you messaged him. It was like, hey, Pierre, are we still on? Because we didn't see it anywhere on the flyer. And
no idea. I'm so lost at this.
But I mean, guys, y'all have to remember, there's a reason for the phrase, you have a face for radio.
That is true. But that we gave him options out.
But you know what? They tell us that we also have a voice for the newspaper, and we don't know what that means.
But he also could have just used our cartoon picture. That's probably a cartoon for radio too. And then he could have also used our logo, which is technically a logo for radio as well. So I don't know. There's a bunch of different things. But shout out to Pierre. We enjoy the opportunity that we have today. We're going to be on.
You know what? When we make the big announcement today, they're all going to be laughing at us.
Curt's running for president.
No, not that.
Okay.
But when we make that announcement later today, all of these people have said, "Oh, these guys are just radio guys. You have a face for radio." They're gonna stop their laughing when we make this announcement.
We'll
today.
see. They may be laughing more. It's 8:35. It's 8:35. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. If you're watching on Facebook, share this video out right now. Help us out. It would be huge for us if you did that. We appreciate you taking the time to listen, stop in, say what's up. Let us know, what do you have going on today? Let us know. Where are you watching from? I'm excited that you're starting the day with us.
I did see earlier, Natalie said that I'm watching from California, heading back home to Texas. I do want to just say be safe on your flight back. And where are you watching from? We've had people tune in from Tennessee. We've had people from Washington, state, Oklahoma. Yeah. We want to know, where are you watching from?
I'm actually texting with Anthony, who is the GM at the Arms Room, which we went and shot a video there yesterday. And he said, hey, today's the first time I'm actually listening to y'all on the radio and not just Facebook. It sounds really good. And I said, awesome. What city are you in? So we're going to find out. Anthony may be listening from like Dickinson or League City. So he's in Dickinson.
99.5 FM.
Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to the Arms Room. So we went there yesterday.
Dropped a video.
Curt was like an honorary employee for the day. Did anybody see that? Everybody raise your hand. We saw that. I saw it. Crystal saw it. Curt, you were in it.
I was in it. I felt like I was an employee of the Arms Room. I still have not got my paycheck yet, but I was there selling what they were doing. I was waving at the customers.
You got to make a sale.
I did.
To get that commission.
Anthony's coming in on Valentine's Day, and he's actually going to be at the Arms Room. I think like you got to get him in the door first, right?
Okay. So they have some really cool, interesting things going on there at the Arms Room. I can't quote the specials because we'd get them wrong. But if you go watch the video on Facebook, that's the place to be.
I got it.
Don't say it.
Buy one, get one free. Rentals. Right?
Yes.
And yeah. No, it's range. See, I already messed it up.
Just go range. Anyways, check out the Arms Room. They're right there in League City off of I-45 and 646 right there. So we were stopping on the way to Target, and we had to stop and check in on our friends at the Arms Room. Really good people doing some really cool things, and they have some specials going on for Valentine's Day. That special someone in your life maybe just wants to go shoot at the range on Valentine's Day. What do you have going on for Valentine's Day, Curt?
Valentine's Day, I already got the special someone the first part of their gift.
Why are you looking at Crystal when you say that?
That was awkward.
It's not me.
Okay.
Ooh, that could have been bad. No, and then, the second gift is on its way. So...
Oh, man.
So
you're serious. You really... Wait, two? You have two Valentines?
No, I have two gifts.
Oh. I was like, I don't know if that's okay. Is that frowned upon? I think if you're just like, hey,
I feel as a single dude, you can also have more than one Valentine if you want.
Like your mom and your aunt and your grandma.
Yeah.
And then, maybe if you have a girlfriend.
Is that bad to say, like, hey, I got Valentines for you and my mom?
No.
Like, okay.
No, yeah, your mom. If you get your mom something, that's cool. But I think if you're getting multiple ladies out there something, and as long as it's not clear expectations, there could be some people upset.
Some people might be upset. But people get upset about everything.
Yeah, but that's something to actually get upset about.
Okay.
I feel like that one's actually...
That's where it draws the line. No,
you
get one for one Valentine girl. And then if you want to get your mom... a couple years ago, I actually flew back home when I was a teacher actually at the private school next door. I said, you know what, Mrs. Hallam? I need to take some vacation. I need to fly back home and see my mom. She's like, oh, really? Yeah, cool. When do you want to go? Valentine's Day, because I want to take her to dinner. So I actually flew home and took my mom out for dinner for Valentine's Day.
Where'd y'all go? To that buffet that you like going to growing up?
We went to Kirk's restaurant. It's a gas station restaurant right on the interstate. It was awesome. It's a buffet. She loved it.
Okay, this story sounded like uncharacteristically like really nice, and I was impressed for like a hot second, and then you said where you went. And
The gas station buffet.
She loved it. It's a fancy buffet.
Oh, it's the fancy gas station. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, there's nothing wrong. Sometimes
Kirk's
gas station
restaurant
food
is huge.
Gas station food sometimes is some of the best food.
Oh, it's the easiest way to get food.
Yeah, because you're already there.
You're already there.
Using the restroom.
Getting
gas.
Dude, okay, so here's the funny thing about that. Like, okay, so my mom has this thing, and could be an interesting topic. My mom has this thing where if she goes in to use the restroom at a gas station, she has to buy something.
Okay, I'm scared. Oh, like as a common courtesy, like I'm not just gonna,
so
to loiter.
It might be like, so my mom like uses the restroom a lot, and so like we might be on the road.
Wow.
And every hour we're stopping at a gas station. She's like, okay, I gotta get something. What do you want? And I'm like, I just ate an hour ago. You gave me a Kit Kat. Now it's time for a Butterfinger.
I feel like you that's not what you'd say. You'd be like, I want a Butterfinger. Ooh, you'd be excited about it. You're like, yay, Mom, I use the restroom.
I don't do that. I don't follow that rule where if I'm going in to use the restroom, I'm going in to use the restroom.
It depends.
You know why? And it's getting worse. And this is beef with Kurt. The other day I stopped. It was at League City. I stopped to use the restroom, and I was like, you know what? I want to get like a water, right? Like
sure.
I was gonna get a water just to be curious, right?
Big thirsty over here.
So I go and I get a water, and I walk up to the counter, and they go, that's only $1, and you're gonna pay with a card. I'm like, yeah.
It's costing them money. It's costing them money.
He goes, we don't run anything less than $5. And I'm like, really?
Did you ask him if you could just have it? Or like, what's can I just have it?
Can I just take it? I'm like, so now I have to go find like $4 worth of other things just to please you? I just literally stopped in here to use the restroom. I was going to be nice and pay for the water. You
were doing them a favor by helping them lose money.
Right.
But I understand because there is like transaction fees. Okay. Every time somebody swipes the card, if it's a bigger gas station like Buc-ee's, God's gas station. Shout out to Bucky Beaver, right?
Right.
He has a statue built in his honor all over the great state of Texas. Yeah, they're going to be okay with it. If you go use the restroom at Buc-ee's and don't buy anything, it's cool. You know why? Because there's so much traffic and nobody will know.
Right.
There's so much traffic in there.
But when you're the only person in the store,
then you got to buy something.
You got to. Oh, it's the worst.
And it better not be $1 water, Kurt.
Yeah, apparently not.
And you better pay with cash.
Dang.
You know,
I don't carry cash. It's 2019. Who carries cash anymore?
I do.
I do not carry a single. If I have cash, it either gets lost.
$2. I got cash.
I needed you.
There's $2 in here, and yeah, I'm carrying cash. I always have something in there. I actually have a. Look at Crystal. I'm not even. We can't even show how much cash.
She's dropping like $100 bills.
Let's trade. Did you go like to C&D scrap metal and they paid you in $2 bills? Do you remember those commercials? Kurt doesn't because he didn't grow up here. We'll pay you in $2 bills. They were like sponsors of the Houston Comets or the Rockets or something for a while. $2 bills, C&D scrap metal. But yeah, are you carrying cash? It's 2019.
2019, I got it all on my phone or in my wallet.
Well, you got to carry it whenever you're at the gas station and you have to stop to buy that $1 bottle of water so you aren't guilty for just going in there and using the transaction fees because it's Valentine's Day and you have to take your mom to the restroom. That's where this rabbit trail came from. That's exactly what happened.
Weird rabbit trail to go on, but it was just brewing inside of me, this anger towards these gas stations that I'd need. You know who doesn't do that?
Who?
Sam from Texaco down on exit 12.
Yeah, Sam's the man.
Sam doesn't worry about if I'm running my card for a $2 Bang energy drink.
And you know what? Sam only serves the coldest energy drinks, and shout out to Sam, shout out to Escape KHEA for helping keep my drink cold this morning. And I had to rock my camo vest because I wanted it to match the camo koozie. You know, there's just something about it. Actually, this camo koozie I had kept in my camo pocket just for like situations like this. So like whenever I'm wearing this vest, I just be like, God. Hey, shout out to my friend Shauna. She said, okay, first of all, she said firearms specials, talking about the arms room that's going on. She said, Kurt, it's usually about 3% transaction fees. So if you pay $1 for water, there's a transaction fee.
So
the tax,
they lose 3 cents.
Maybe.
Out of $1, you're going to really make a big deal about 3 cents?
Well, it's better if you spend 5. You know, it's just a good rule to have. I don't know who came up with that rule, but it's a thing. Yeah.
I'm mad.
Don't be mad, Curt. It's going to be okay. Hey, guess what? If you're mad, maybe you should practice some yoga, which is perfect for today.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have Moonlight Yoga in studio during 9 o'clock. I may be doing some yoga today.
I'm interested in seeing that.
I wore my yoga pants just for that. I'm so excited for what we're going to be doing. We're going to have to break out the mobile camera and show off
100%.
all of these yoga moves that I'm going to be doing.
So Curt does have his yoga pants on. If you want to stay and see that,
Please
that's
don't.
cool. If you don't want to stay,
You don't want to see
I
it.
recommend you tune out now. But he also has on his UGG boots, his yoga pants. He tried getting a pumpkin spice latte, and he's feeling like he just can't even today. So stay tuned.
I can't even.
You know, beanie, scarf. It's not even that cold outside, but not going to be even able to just get on with. Just can't.
Have you ever done yoga before?
I've never done yoga before.
Okay, I used to do Wii yoga.
Of course you did.
I loved Wii yoga.
That's not real yoga.
Wii yoga was the greatest because you had to like stand there and try not to move, and then it would measure your movements. Oh, it was so hard. It was the worst.
So is Wii bowling like real bowling?
Yes.
So if you are like a master at Wii bowling, you could go on the professional bowling circuit.
When I bowl a 300
on Wii?
on Wii, I bowl a 300 in real life.
Okay, like baseball, same thing. Like Wii baseball, Wii sport. If you had the Wii sports package, you pretty much like plug them in.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the way I see the Wii yoga.
Wii yoga was great though. Like I used to do it all the time, and I would feel great. I'd be like, and it would measure my weight, but I would do it in a way where I knew where it had like its soft spot on the ground, and so it always looked like I lost a lot of weight, even though I never did.
And how did that delusion work out for you?
It didn't.
I'm overweight.
I'm overweight. I'm still fat.
But we have goals. Are you still trying to be on the health for 2019?
Yeah, this was my breakfast this morning.
That's nice.
I didn't have anything else like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch bar or anything like that.
Yeah, you did. You ate it before the camera started. I had some eggs.
Eggs and
I had some
bacon.
eggs. Hey, but let us know if you're watching on Facebook. First of all, thank you. What's up? Good morning. It's 8:45. We're going to do some really cool stuff today, and we're glad that you're involved, that you're going to be able to participate with us. One of those things is yoga.
Yoga.
And maybe we'll turn off the air condition in here, and we'll call it hot yoga. And I'm going to learn about all that because I've heard like hot yoga. It's like hot yoga.
When I
It's
think
the
of
thing.
hot
I don't know.
when I think of hot yoga, I don't think about turning up the temperature.
You think about beautiful people doing yoga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of hot.
There's nothing wrong with beautiful. I mean,
But it's hot,
Well,
not H.
I mean, we're gonna have to kick you out of the studio if we want to have that kind.
it'd just be me and Crystal.
Wow.
Me and Crystal
So-
doing hot
What happened
yoga.
to positivity?
Oh, sorry.
And community and KHEA radio.
Man, I don't know. We're trying to bring that delusion back a little bit. Like maybe pop the balloon, let a little bit of the hot air out, and bring it back down to reality.
We are on TV later today, so my head has to deflate a little bit before we go on the air with Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre. He was watching a little bit ago. I'm not sure if he's still watching, but
Just don't tell
shout
him
out to
about my
Pierre.
beef that I started the show with.
hey, if we got beef, we're gonna put it on the grill. We're gonna get that all cooked up, ready to go for on air with Pierre. I'm so excited. This is going to be an opportunity where we're going to get interviewed. I don't know if we've ever been. I've been dying to get interviewed. I have a lot to say.
Should we practice?
No, we should not, because we're just going to wing it. I have a lot to say, and nobody's ever asked me. Curt, can you interview me real quick?
All right, Gardy.
Okay.
Why do you do what you do?
Dang, okay, I didn't know you were going to stump me on the first one.
This is it.
This is tough. I can't prepare. Oh my gosh, I have anxiety
Pierre
now.
would ask a question like that.
I'm nervous now, Curt.
He's
Stop.
going to be like, Gardy, this radio station is the best radio station ever. What is it like to be a part of something so fantastic?
And you're going to have to stay tuned on air, Pierre, to find out the answers of those. I don't think Pierre would ask that question.
Pierre, I don't know what kind of question. Did you watch? I didn't even.
I did.
I did a little bit, but I don't remember the kinds of questions.
We'll see. I didn't study for this.
I didn't either. Oh man.
Maybe we made a mistake. Someone get Pierre on the horn. Crystal, get Pierre on the horn and tell him we're not be able to make it.
We're not coming anymore.
Okay, well, I feel better now. But you know what we are going to do? We're going to be shooting a live test video from
Butler's Courtyard today. We're going to be at Butler's Courtyard in League City for our entire morning show tomorrow. So this is our first on location KHEA radio Kickstart with Gardy and Curt. We're so excited because they're doing a Valentine's Day special. For $100, you can actually get married, have the entire officiant, have the photographer there.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there showcasing
on
it
Valentine's Day. So
on Valentine's Day.
I see my friend Shauna again. She tagged her friend and said, talking about the Arms Room, talking about the specials they got at the Arms Room. Do you need to tag him and tag Butler's Courtyard? Because if you're looking to get married tomorrow, it could be an opportunity. How perfect.
Yeah, we love Butler's Courtyard.
And it's not that far
It's
from the Arms
great.
Room.
It's a great opportunity. You could take them to the Arms Room.
Yes.
Fire some guns.
Boom,
find
boom.
out.
They're a good shot.
They're a good shot. See if there's anything left in the tank. Then go to Butler's Courtyard.
Tie the knot.
Tie the knot. Get married while you can.
So we're going to be doing a on campus at Butler's Courtyard, off campus from KHEA. I'm calling it a field trip. I'm excited. You know, I was talking and having some conversation yesterday about some trips that are going to be potentially coming up, like international trips. And I was explaining to people, we could potentially have KHEA radio show from anywhere. So we have a radio station in Alice, Texas. Shout out to 104.3 KSOG, which we're going to soon be syndicated in as well.
Yeah, broadcasting live from Alice, Texas.
Yeah, from Lamarck to Alice. And there's some other things that we're working on as well. But we were sharing about how we could actually go to Alice and do the show from a local business there and still promote Lamarck, Alice, 104.3 and 99.5 FM. It's going to be exciting. So it's really trying. We're at a place where we're trying to wrap our heads around everything that we have the potential to do this year. And I'm excited.
I'm excited for tons of stuff. And I think when we do our show from Ghana, when we do our show from Brazil, when we do our show from China.
From Crystal's house, we've already talked about that one. She's like, why do you want to do it there? And I said, because we can. Because we can. And I have to give another shout out to my friend Shauna. If I say your name one more time, I have to start paying you money, like his royalties. She said shotgun wedding, talking about the Arms Room and then Butler. That is the definition, I feel.
Going from the Arms Room into
yeah, you're the shotgun.
This is a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
You know, I might do some serenading tomorrow.
Oh gosh.
Live on the air.
We're all looking forward to that.
Oh.
Yeah. Right now it's 8:50. This is KHEARadio.com. 99.5 FM is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. If you're watching on Facebook, share this video out right now. If you haven't seen the giveaway video that we're doing with Texas Pit Stop, there's a location on the seawall. There's a location in Lamarck as well. Go ahead and check that out here in a bit. But it is Arnold's birthday. So he's the founder. He is the owner of Texas Pit Stop Barbecue with those two locations. It's his birthday, so happy birthday, Arnold. You know, we love you. We appreciate everything that you've done for the city, the county, and that everything you've done for KHEA Radio as well. So we appreciate you. Happy birthday, sir. Go check out his restaurants today. Go check out that giveaway video that just popped up.
I did just drop a graphic of the keto nachos. So if you're watching on Facebook, the keto nachos, it's pork rinds.
That's not something. Pork rinds.
Rinds.
Chicharrones. There's like 5 different names, and that was not one of them.
Pork rinds. I don't know where rinds came from. It's what happens when you eat the pork.
Yeah, I thought you were thinking like steroids. Like, is that like some kind of steroid, like an artificial pig?
Oh, I wish
pig
cheese
hormones.
was steroids.
I got some pork rinds.
Yeah, so they're right there, only at the Texas Pit Stop Barbecue. Take a look at that picture. That looks good.
That's some good stuff. So what they did, they make these pork rinds in-house, and I'm a big fan of pork rinds. They take the pork fat and they fry them. The beauty of that is it's keto friendly. There's no carbs in it. It's approved for a low carb diet. So you take the chips out, you take the tortillas out, you replace them with pork rinds, and then you put all the nacho toppings on top. They got the brisket. You can do pork, sour cream. Man, it's like heaven in a bite. I'm trying to describe it. I'm almost speechless.
Yesterday, I had the brisket tacos from Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, and it had queso cheese, and it had the sour cream on there. Ooh-wee.
Hey, I just saw on Facebook our good friend Enrique. Him and his family own a local restaurant right here in Lamarck, Texas called
Benito's.
Benito's.
And they have great, speaking of taco food and tacos,
Yeah.
like Benito's. Taco.
And he actually said, "Good morning, guys. Kurt, do you have a Valentine's yet?"
Yes.
Oh, I guess he does. But I'm holding this in my hand. So what this is a gift card. It's a gift certificate to Benito's International Restaurant located in Lamarck, Texas. You'd be able to, Crystal's mentioned, with this, get multiple buffets. This is a gift card, a gift certificate we're going to be giving away. on KHEA
soon.
Very soon. So you're going to want to stay tuned to see how you can win this and go check out Benito's and Lamarck. So shout out to Benito's. We appreciate those guys. Thank you, Enrique and his mom, his family, for doing everything that they have for like 50 years in Lamarck, Texas. What a great place.
I'm so glad people can't see like behind you, like throwing this gift card around. It's like dropping on the floor. Man.
So Concetta says she wants the gift card.
Oh, no, we can't give it away that way. Sorry.
You know
we
what?
wish we could.
I would have 100% gave this to you, and maybe we still can, but we're going to do a short video here maybe tomorrow where we're giving that away, but we're going to do it through our Talk of Taco and KHEA radio group. If you're not a part of Talk of Taco, you need to go and join Talk of Taco on KHEA Radio's Facebook.
You know the other cool thing about Talk of Taco?
What's that?
Is people can now go to our website, talkoftaco.com.
Boom.
We also have a Gmail.
Crystal, you act like you're shocked. You said, wow.
She's like, wow.
I'm just saying that when I left Duke and finished my master's, this isn't really what I had in mind.
Well, you know what?
Managing a Talk of Taco group?
Yeah.
That's people getting talk about tacos?
Working with people who just go and eat tacos all the time and a guy who wears a hot dog suit. That's definitely like dream big.
This is
it doesn't get any bigger than this, Crystal.
Crystal, this might be the biggest thing that we're ever a part of in our entire lives, Talk of Taco. And to achieve this goal at your young age is a big deal. You know, whenever they say, like, man, did you peak early? It's like, yes, I did. Talk of Taco. Whenever we created talkoftaco.com, that was
last night. We dropped it last night. Literally made it in a day.
Well, the website is live.
Talkoftaco.com.
Yeah, and you can go to our Talk of Taco page and our Talk of Taco Facebook. Go to our Talk of Taco Instagram.
Before you post it as a comment, Crystal, because I see you over there typing, maybe you should Safari it just in case it doesn't.
Okay.
We haven't checked it yet today. We don't know if it's still live. Maybe somebody already hacked into it. Just be careful before you post like talkoftaco.com.
But we said all that to say shout out to Benito's and Lamarck. We love Benito's. I see a lot of people with feedback. Concetta says she wants to go. Solian said they're catering Benito's for a law enforcement banquet. I love that. Shout out to Solian. She's done a lot, with KHEA in our community. I wrote her a letter of recommendation and I emailed that to her. So hopefully it's okay. I hope that letter's good. But hey, she has a good head on her shoulders whenever she's catering from Benito's. And for me, she's going places.
Anyone who is a part of the Talk of Taco group, got a good head on their shoulders, and we will gladly write recommendation letters for them.
Yeah. That's a long pause. It's 8:56. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. If you're watching on Facebook, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. You're going to get some of the behind-the-scenes action. You're going to learn what's going on in your community. Also, let us know if you have something cool going on. Tag us in videos. If you have something cool going on, email us. How can they email us, Curt?
Email us at KHEA@KHEAradio.com. We also have now the talkoftaco@gmail.com as well, so that's kind of cool.
Hey, Shauna, we'll hit you up. And now I think I owe you money. But she said, hey, hit me up if you need help building websites. It's KHEA Radio. All right, folks. We're off the FM, so we're in the clear. But we're keeping it right here with you guys. And we always need help. We need help with some websites and some other stuff. I saw Shauna was doing some, and I feel like I have to give her my other $1 now for my wallet.
Dang.
So all
$2.
Yeah. She was doing some testing with some lights and some cameras that she had. And so she had some pretty cool studio lighting. And she also had mentioned, she was like, hey, let me know because I'd love to help with some photography stuff. Just doing some tests and some practice. And I was like, are you sure? Have you seen our faces? Can you make us look
primed
good?
For TV. So primed for TV. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Who did your makeup this morning? Did Crystal give you your makeup this morning?
I didn't put any makeup on this morning. Do I need to put makeup on this morning?
Your Botox is holding strong. Can you give me a squint? Show me happy. Show me sad. Disgruntled. Upset.
Wait.
Surprised. Shocked. So Curt had Botox. Shout out to Brazil and Drops. They actually have some specials going on with their Valentines as well. I want to go. I don't know if we have time, but I want to go today because they have this stuff where they do they pretty much put lasers on sharks and they shine them on your face and then your skin looks better. So I'm really interested in that. Who doesn't want their skin to look better? I want my skin to look better. They actually did something on my neck because after Curt did Botox, they were trying to sit me in the chair to do something, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And so one of the ladies didn't want to be filmed, and so they put some stuff on my neck, And they did it with some lasers. So they put this this gel on it, and then they took this roller that had like a laser on it, and they rolled it on the neck. And so what it does is it tightens and it keeps your neck like tight. So they say you can use it as a preventative thing, and they say that you can use it to also like, to try and I can't think of the word, but anyways, I had lasers on my neck. It reminds me of Austin Powers that
Lasers.
sharks with the lasers.
$1 million.
Yeah, Shauna. Curt had Botox. He had 2 shots. We did it on Facebook Live. I'll have to go back and tag you in that video.
Man, we've done Botox.
Yeah.
We've done spray tanning.
We've done detoxing.
We haven't done yoga live.
No, but we're gonna do that today. We can bring our guest in. It's Cass. Moonlight Yoga.
Moonlight Yoga.
I like that name, Moonlight Yoga. I'm moonlighting as a yoga instructor.
I feel like for
sit there,
me,
Cass.
as yoga, moonlight is the best time to do it because nobody else wants to see it. Nobody else wants to experience Curt in yoga. But you know what? Today, we have a special treat.
Curt in the yoga pants.
I got my yoga pants on right now.
Good.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good. I'm so excited that you're here. The way that you came to join us today, almost, it's like it wasn't an accident. It just happened so quick, like boom, 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 right?
Yes.
So we had a friend that messaged me a video of you talking to a gentleman.
Correct.
And what was the gentleman's name that you were talking to?
His name is AJ with Hippie Fertilizing.
And whenever I first saw that, I was like, and I love having really green grass. My grass right now stinks because it was, cold and all that. But I was like, sweet, I would love to talk to him as well because
He's amazing.
That's something that interests me.
Yep.
And then as I was watching the video, I was like, oh, we're talking about yoga.
Yes.
How do you know that gentleman?
I've known him since he was a little boy. His father and I went to school together.
That's cool.
Who also owns a roofing company in League City.
What's that one called?
Arts Roofing.
Arts Roofing.
Yes.
So they take care of the roofs. They take care
and
of the grass.
lawn, the foundation.
Yeah, that's
right?
what you need. And if you have a nice roof and you have a nice grass, I mean, it helps to have like everything else in between. But that's like the foundation and the top and the bottom kind of holds your property together. So
just like yoga, that's your foundation.
That's cool.
Other than God.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Curt, have you done yoga before? We were talking about this earlier a little bit.
I have done yoga. I have done Wii yoga, which is the exact same thing as regular yoga, right?
Have you heard of Wii yoga?
She's like, no. She straight up said no.
So
Straight up, no.
Wii's like a video game.
Yes, I do know what Wii is.
Okay, cool.
Yes, no, it's not the
That's
same.
what we were trying to tell
Did
him.
they teach you how to breathe?
Yes.
They did.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to stand still
All right.
so you don't move, and they measure like your balance.
Of
and
course.
then you go.
Through the nose only.
They didn't say through the nose. There's a lot of stuff in my nose.
Well,
Everyone
takes
listening
work.
just heard it.
It takes work.
So how long have you been doing yoga?
For a little over 12 years. I actually named it Moonlight Yoga because it was my third job in the evening. I taught out of my garage.
Okay, cool.
I worked at the YMCA as a step instructor, and then I worked for my kids' school as a PE to help pay off their tuition, PE health, and then at night I would teach yoga classes in my garage. So I was moonlighting.
Yeah.
That's why I call it Moonlight Yoga.
Well,
That's a cool name.
Curt, what did you say? If Moonlight Yoga, why you would name it that?
Oh, just because that's the only time anyone should ever have to watch me do yoga.
So
Is
it's
that-
like dark,
Dark.
and it's only the moonlight.
And
moonlight.
It's dark in Moonlight Yoga, actually. Not completely dark. I have to see you, but yeah.
Does that help the mood and the ambience in there? Like,
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
You kind of helps people stay calm.
Right. The breath and just the overall centering, trying to. The breath calms the nervous system. There's so
Okay.
much I could tell you in such a short little bit of time, but basically you are trying to get healthy body, mind, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's cool. So whenever I think of yoga, I think of a specific kind of person, someone probably like my wife, because she's taken some yoga classes. She took some in I think like in college, and then she took some just for fun, and she enjoys it. She's not much for like lifting weights. She's not much for running at all. I would say that's probably like her least favorite, but she really enjoys yoga. Is yoga for everybody, or is it for a specific?
It's a lifelong practice.
Okay.
Practice meaning you've got to practice to do the poses. Practice meaning you have to practice to learn to sit still. It helps you stay calm in times of complete chaos, which most of us live in fight or flight anyway. So It's for all ages, all demographics of people.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
I don't live in fight or flight mode ever.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
And we were talking about that yesterday with our friend Dr. Aaron Chapa. So he was mentioning that, like if you think about back in, hunters' times, right?
Right.
So you would be, the hunter would be like, okay, fight or flight, there's a bear, I'm going to kill it, or fight or flight, I need to get, dinner. And then after that, they could relax and chill. But now we're so connected to everything that's going on, with the news,
exactly,
family, friends. It's nonstop with work, with having to put up with Kurt, with my kids, my family. And then,
you need time to center.
Yeah, sometimes
you
do.
Yes.
And just unwind.
Right.
And yoga can help with that?
Yes, it puts you into rest and digest instead of fight or flight.
Okay.
So the breath calms the nervous system, central nervous system, and it also lengthens the muscles, strengthens you, helps with balance, range of motion, many things. But the main part of yoga for me is just getting centered so that when I go out there in the world and I have to deal with all the fight or flight, I've got to get to the next place, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm going to enjoy right now, right? I'm
Oh, yeah.
going to enjoy right now.
Hey, so
Tomorrow is not promised.
Kelsey Villarreal has a comment, and
Uh-oh.
I'm going to read this. It's
Okay.
it's really good. It's a good comment, and I feel like I could relate, and Kurt would probably vouch for this.
Okay.
Kelsey said, I took yoga in college, and she always had it very dark in there, and she said, I fell asleep every time. But that may be because you're always on the go, especially in college, and then you're just like, man, I was up all night studying, and then it's finally like, hey, lights are off, and it's like, and breathe, good night. And just like
Right. Well,
fall
I used
asleep.
to fall asleep at the end of class when I was going to school and teaching 20 classes a week. So it depends on how you are that day. Are you exhausted? Did you get a lot of sleep? Can you learn to meditate without falling asleep? And it's a hard thing to do. It takes practice. That's why it's one of the reasons they call it a practice. But
Yeah.
yes, you're not the only one, Kelsey.
Whenever you're in a state of like meditation or like peace, are you able to almost get like a rest as well?
Yes,
Okay.
you are. You are. Because your mind is not racing. You have to train your mind not to race.
Yeah.
Right.
Would that meditation help? Like, let's say somebody is wound up and, hey, I can't go to sleep at night. I can't. Would those breathing techniques be
Yes.
something they could use as well?
Yes, yes. And there's certain poses or postures you can do that help in lying down to calm the nervous system, such as rolling a blanket underneath your neck,
Yeah.
which puts your neck in neutral position, and it does calm the central nervous system. That's the big deal about yoga to me.
Okay.
Many teachers have many different gifts to give, what their perspective is on it. I follow what I think yoga means to yoke body, mind, soul with God.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yep. And that's why I have a giant cross in my studio.
I love it. Crystal, have you ever done yoga?
I have, yeah. When I was in grad school, grad school is like the most stressful time of anybody's life, right? And so I needed a way to kind of decompress and just relax. So I'd go to restorative yoga.
I teach that every Thursday night.
I loved it. It
What does
was
that mean?
amazing.
It's restore. It's exactly what it sounds like. You use a lot of props. There's no weight-bearing activity. It's all stretching and meditation.
Stretching is very important, which I found out. Being someone who was not very stretchy. And then I was just like, can't do that. So we got 25 seconds, and we're going to go on the FM as well. It's going to be exactly how it's been right now.
It's stuck.
Okay.
Gardy.
He's like, someone pop him on the back of the head, reset, pull the plug. Okay, he did it. Okay, thank goodness. I was really worried. Okay, so we got 10 seconds. Russ said after 12 hours of work, it helps me get calm to relax and go to sleep.
Yes.
Cool, here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
It is a beautiful Wednesday morning. I feel like the weather's better than yesterday, and everything is going right in the world. Maybe. But, hey, here from Lamarck, Texas, we're going to be talking about yoga right now, but we're going to be spreading some positivity, talking about a local business and a local individual who is doing some really cool things, and we're going to be sharing about that. Kurt, we were talking about this earlier, about yoga. And you were mentioning
I used to do yoga every day.
you're like a yoga master.
I was a yoga master on the Wii. I was rocking that yoga with
Yeah.
the little white board that I had. I would slide it underneath the TV.
Who makes the Wii? Nintendo.
Nintendo.
So it's a video game.
Yeah, it's a video game.
But this made you an expert, of course.
Oh yeah, and then I would pull out the whiteboard, do my little stretches, get loose, and then I would step up and do about 30 minutes or so of yoga. That was my routine, and then I would go and hit a couple golf balls and
on Wii
sign
as well?
autographs for Tiger Woods.
You would play like Wii golf and then like sign autographs for the Wii people characters.
The Wii people characters. Oh yeah, send it to Tiger Woods. Tiger replied back to me and he was like,
Stop.
"Who are you? Please stop sending me like pictures of yourself. Sign with your name, please."
Well, there you go. There you go. But anyways, so we have a guest in studio. Can you introduce yourself and share a little bit about everything that you have going on, like the name of your business?
Yes, my name is Cass Gibson. I am the owner and one of the teachers at Moonlight Yoga. I started it. I started teaching 12 years ago. The business actually started about 10 years ago in my garage. It was my third job at night, so that's why I call it Moonlight Yoga. I have 500 hours in training. Doesn't make me the guru of all yoga. It's a learning experience for an entire lifetime. So
That's cool. You know, there are a lot of stories where the business starts like in the garage. You know, you know what I mean?
Yes,
It's like,
I do.
well, Apple, you know, like Microsoft and
Kurt.
Kurt, you know, started in the garage.
Kurt,
That's just
yes.
where he lived, you know?
played golf in there, right?
Wow, that was not where I was going, but it did come out that way.
Whenever I was living in the storage facility, you know.
Kurt was born in a garage. That's a new one. That's a new one.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool stories. And so, you know, starting in the garage and started practicing yoga, teaching yoga, did you ever think it would come to this where you were doing, you know, Moonlight Yoga?
No, because the first class I taught or was invited to actually was by the yoga teacher next door at the YMCA. And my music was too loud in the step class, and she kept politely asking me to turn it down politely. And then finally she said, "Cass, why don't you come and take a class?"
Yeah.
And I did, and I could hear the radio next door, and I realized what an how intrusive it was.
Yes.
And how even though I was completely in shape, I wasn't. I couldn't sit still for longer than 5 minutes, maybe that long. And even though I was strong, my flexibility was horrible.
Is there music whenever yoga's going on? And what's the difference, if there is, between the yoga music and the step music?
Well, I used to play the step music so loud that the windows would rattle and everybody knew I was working. In yoga, you can use different sorts of music. You don't even have to use music. It's softer. It doesn't amp you up as much. Do you see? So
Oh, yeah.
we're trying to
Calm.
you down instead of amp you up.
So if you had Kurt's voice like recorded reading the Bible or something, would that
All right.
help?
I don't know. I've never heard him read the
the
Bible.
voice of Kurt.
I think it could work.
Get relaxed
That would put me straight to sleep.
right now,
Or else, right?
or else.
So we were talking about Moonlight Yoga. Where are you located right now, and what different kinds of yoga do you instruct? Because I didn't even know there was multiple kinds, but we learned with Crystal there's restorative yoga.
Right. I am located at 905 East Main in League City next to my family at Shipley Donuts in the old part of town.
Yeah,
So we're all right there.
know exactly where that is.
I teach Vinyasa Flow, which is it's moving, moving yoga. You see, the sun salutations and all of those things that you see, which everyone pretty much.
That just
thinks
kind of remind me of
yoga
like a dance
is.
or something. Is that kind of what it is? You're
Vinyasa
just like,
is a dance. That's what it means. It puts
Okay.
all the moves together. I teach Yin, which is a practice of stillness. So it's all for connective tissue and good joint health. We hold the stretches for 2 or asana or poses for 2 minutes or more.
okay.
And that really helps calm you down.
I'm trying to stay still right now.
Can you do it?
I can for a little bit.
Use your Darth Vader breath.
Luke.
And then I teach restorative, which is exactly the way it sounds.
Okay.
And then the kids yoga. Lulu teaches our kids yoga classes. And then we have aroma yoga. Karen teaches that. And we have quite a few good teachers with me. Thank goodness I have them.
Can you share about the kids yoga? Like what ages is that for?
It's 2 and up. And then we have the homeschool yoga program. My son is homeschooled. So that is anybody that can sit still. It's just, it's something I offer to the community. It's only $6 a class. And yeah.
I'll say this. I have a 2-year-old. And if you could get my daughter, River, to stay still and practice yoga, I'll pay you however much you want.
Wait,
She's just
what?
like running all over the place. I was
Lulu
like,
is excellent with the kids.
that's awesome.
Yeah, she'll help her.
So how do they do that? Like, I mean, because with kids, sometimes they have the energy, but y'all just kind of do those same
It's
techniques.
a play. They play. The poses are referred to as animals. A lot of them have animal names and
Okay.
things like that. I'm not an expert on kids yoga. I've taught it before at the Y and such, but Lulu has a way of getting them to stretch,
It's cool.
be calm. You think of our happy place, which we teach that in my classes
Yeah.
too, the happy place.
I will say this: kids are pretty flexible, and as we get older, we lose that
we do.
flexibility because we don't stretch. And so
Right.
starting it at that age, like my daughter, and someone pointed this out as well, and I saw her do it, but they have like a squat, like the perfect squat where they can just go down and just sit there and just like rest. But like me as an adult, if I would just fall over, I can't squat all the way down and almost like sit on the
But you
ground in a
could.
resting position.
But you could with practice.
If I worked on it, but
That's correct.
yeah, she's like boom, just sits there and chills, like what's up, Dad?
I can get down like that.
Here we go
Let's
again.
see it.
Okay, we're gonna watch. Yeah, Kurt, let's see you get down.
During the break. Next
Okay.
break, we'll do some yoga. She'll practice. So give the people something to tune in for.
Oh yeah.
Share this video out. We're about ready to do some yoga. If you want to watch Kurt do some yoga,
How many? Okay, if we got 20 people on the stream watching, I think at that point you're gonna be doing some yoga poses. Does that make sense?
yeah, downward, yeah.
Downward. What? You're a wee expert. What is
I'm
it?
gonna be downward on the ground, dying.
Wow.
Don't say that. No dying yoga.
Okay, so what I need you to do if you're watching on Facebook is go ahead and share this video out, tag some friends who are interested in yoga, maybe some friends who are interested in fitness, working out. We're sharing about Moonlight Yoga, located in League City, in historic old League City is what we'll call it, next to Shipley's. If you know where that is, you know exactly where Moonlight Yoga is.
I'm so excited for this because I definitely have yoga pants on. I definitely have
Underneath there.
I definitely look like I'm going on a TV
Kurt,
show this afternoon.
We are trying to get people to watch the show, not leave.
Aw.
That is true, though.
Wow.
Hey, those jeans are really stretchy, so we're okay.
But you're all gonna do it, right?
No.
This is not how it works. Apparently, Kurt's the only one that ever has to do anything.
No, I want to go to the studio and do it for sure.
And
But
if you
here,
come, it's on the house.
that'd be awesome. I want to go. Let's go. Maybe we can get a group to go or something.
That would be cool.
Yep.
We could do a group yoga session. I feel like yoga's a lot better than like doing a HIIT or, doing
Why?
some weightlifting.
Why is that for you?
Because I don't like sweating.
Oh, we sweat in there.
You sweat in yoga, right?
It depends on the class. But
I
yes.
never sweated once during Wii yoga.
Oh,
I'm
well.
shocked.
Come to Moonlight.
Moonlight yoga. The heat from the moon. The glisten
Yes.
on your face.
The glisten.
Hey, that
will
sounds like it'd be
sweat.
fun. So if you're not sweating, is that like a good sign or a bad sign? Like, are you not doing it right?
There is no right or wrong in yoga. There's only safe and unsafe.
Okay.
It depends on how much water you're drinking, your body type. I mean, it just depends on a lot of things. Men actually do sweat more in yoga than women do, believe it or not.
Why is that?
I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Just tiny facts. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Bethel. Stay tuned. You can stream us at KHEAradio.com at 99.5 FM. Shout out to Arnold, the owner of Texas Pit Stop. We just dropped a brand new giveaway video.
Yeah, you can find that on our Facebook page. It is our featured video. All you have to do to win two $25 gift cards is like, share, and comment on this video. Man, Gardy, this is a long ramp.
Yeah, it is. But make sure you join us on Facebook. If you haven't liked KHEA Radio on Facebook, all you got to do is open the app, search KHEA Radio, hit the thumbs up button, smash the thumbs up button. You can join our stream, get in on the fun. We're going to try and see if we can get Kurt to do some poses in yoga. Boom!
That was a 40-second ramp.
What song is that?
Are we
Bethel,
off the thing?
Bethel.
in over my head. So we're still on our Facebook page, but
Oh,
we're off the FM right now, just taking a quick break.
Okay.
Yeah, that camera is on right there. Do you see it?
No.
Good. We try not
Don't
to
even...
make- right there in front of you.
That's what people are seeing right now on Facebook. So well, it's a little delayed, but they'll see that here in a bit. But
Great. That's just great.
so what's up, folks? Hey, let us know. Have you done yoga? If so, have you been to Moonlight Yoga?
Yay.
And go check it out. So if somebody's trying to get a hold of you or find out more information, how can they do that?
They can go to my website, moonlightyoga.com, or Google Moonlight Yoga in League City, or Yoga in League City. It will pull up, or you can call 832-408-1970.
That's cool.
Hey, do you see that it's monlightyogahouston.com?
On your graphic? Kurt just made a boo-boo.
I posted a graphic of your. You can see it, but I goofed in.
But he made it this morning.
It says Moonlight Yoga, so don't go to Moonlight Yoga Houston.
It's Moonlight.
Crystal, should we verify that Moonlight Yoga Houston is
It's something that
we're okay with, because then we have to end this stream and delete this video.
Here, I have a question. And this is for Johnny Blade, who just tuned in. Johnny, have you tried yoga? You know, as a professional wrestler, is that something that you can use, like flexibility and just being able to control your breathing? It seems like it'd be very important. Do you see people like from all builds, like I would see, like even bodybuilders or like even athletes or normal people, soccer moms, athletes. Right? Everybody almost.
Everybody comes to my classes. I try to make everyone feel comfortable. And if you can't do something at that particular time, then we'll modify it for you.
That's cool.
And for Curt too.
Are we modifying this training session this morning when we're doing this yoga for me?
Yes.
What are we going to start with?
We're going to start with, how about a sun salutation or two?
Hey, this is cool, and I didn't remember this. He said I have DDP yoga. So DDP is Diamond Dallas Page. He's a former WCW champion. He was awesome. I remember watching him growing up. So he developed these yoga DVDs and programs, and it blew up for him. But he's a big guy, probably 6'4", 6'5".
He's the one who helped the paratrooper, right?
He did.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. I help all people like that too.
That's so cool.
It's not just for athletic people.
Yeah, Johnny was saying it is very important, and he's a professional wrestler.
Very important.
He's going to be doing some stuff in Santa Fe here in April. We're excited to be a part of that as well. So, hey, yeah, shout out to DDP and his yoga, and to Moonlight as well. So it's really for everybody. There's an opportunity for everyone, from kids to adults.
Yes, I even have an 82-year-old who comes to yoga.
That's cool.
Yep, and she can do down dogs. And
do they put some of the other people to shame sometimes?
Yes, I do, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Do you go, because there's a couple fitness places around the area that does yoga where they bring in instructors. Have you ever done something like that where you go to another place and do yoga?
I started out going all over. I've done Relay for Life, where I taught on the football field. I've taught at Pasadena Trainers for the high school. I've done that. One time I taught, I think it was 900 kids in one day.
Whoa, that's a lot of kids.
And the first session was without a microphone. Oh, boy. But it was fun. It was fun. So wherever I'm needed, I go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we need a couple more people to watch. Whenever we hit that 20 mark, Curt's going to be doing some yoga. He's mentioning all these poses that he remembers from Wii Yoga.
Wii Yoga is going to... There was one where you go like this.
Oh, that's perfect. I feel like what we should do...
Crescent.
And then you go tree.
Oh, that's not tree. But okay.
There's a palm tree one where you
kick
tree. Back and go like this with your back, and
it looks
standing on your
Is that beached
heels.
whale? He's like beached whale that goes out there.
That's
just that's what I thought it was. It looked like you were sliding on the beach. Just this is beached whale. This is hungry pig. Pig in the mud.
Shots fired.
This is shots fired. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that we should see your poses, and then we should see maybe the instructed poses. I know nothing about yoga other than DDP made some awesome yoga videos, and we have a Moonlight Yoga in studio. That's about all I know. And my wife took some classes in college.
You've never done it at all?
No, I don't think so. Not even on the Wii.
Not even on the Wii.
We got to get you in because yoga's really legit. I feel like yoga...
It's been around quite a while, yes.
I saw 16. We got to 16.
Lida.
So I'm excited that I don't have to do this yoga yet.
Lida, have you done yoga before? I feel like Lida would be good at yoga.
Lida feels like a yoga person. Is there a set type of yoga person? Is that weird to say?
You just look at them and they do yoga.
They do yoga.
But is the yoga pants an automatic giveaway?
Well, no, because...
Sometimes it's more of a fashion thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but it used to not be that way, or else they wouldn't have named them yoga pants, right?
Right.
But if you walk into Target, like me and Curt, we went to Target yesterday. There's yoga pants everywhere, and I'm like, there's all these yogis, right?
They just wear them. A lot of them. Some of them do. I mean, there's no yoga type of person.
Yeah.
I cut jokes in my class. I try to make it light and fun. I am strict on safety, of course, and trying to learn to center, but it's not so strictly regimented that, you can't have fun in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not the yoga person, I guess you could say.
Okay. So Johnny had said, I'm over 300 pounds. It helps my back tremendously whenever he practices yoga.
Yep.
So he can do it over, 300 pounds being a big guy. And then you have somebody like
everybody.
All of us.
It's for everybody. And if you feel like you can't, yoga has been turned into this kind of thing where people see things online where you're doing these hard, difficult poses. And
Right.
they're like, oh, I can't do that. Well, you don't need to do that. The main thing is you're breathing correctly and you are learning how to center yourself. The range of motion, flexibility, balance is a huge thing, especially for the elderly people, right? And it's for everybody.
Yes.
It's not for people who can stand on their hands only. And that's what's aggravating to our profession is people feel like they can't come to yoga because they're not flexible. Why do you come?
Yeah, to get flexible, right?
Yes.
Is there like a beginner's class though, or is it everyone's kind of lumped in together?
Depends on the class. I have a power flow class where I would prefer that you had previous yoga experience, but most of my classes are mixed level classes, meaning I can modify things for anyone who walks through my door.
Okay.
Because that is a promise I made to God that I would, if He got me a studio, I would help anybody that walked through my door.
Cool.
Yep.
This is from Brooks. He says, since I started yoga, it makes me go to sleep easier.
Because it helps with anxiety.
That's cool. I need to try it, I guess. Here's Scott. He said, I did yoga with Lacey the other day for the first time. He said it was a bit awkward, which I guess I understand because whenever you're not used to putting your body in those positions, it's going to feel awkward. So I can totally relate. And I haven't even done yoga, but I feel like watching Curt do yoga, I may feel awkward.
Man, I had
put
a
him in
yoga
some-
mat and everything. It was great.
At least you're doing it. I think that's great. However you're getting it done.
Yeah.
Right?
So for the yoga mat, like what's the purpose? Because I have no experience in that.
Sticky mat. It's for balance and to help you stay centered. It's for some comfort too. Some of them are thin. Some of them are thick. I mean, this depends on what is the purpose of the yoga mat?
Yeah.
Just to stay in your space. I feel it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense as well. So you're going to be pretty much on your mat the whole time. So it's like, hey,
That's correct.
This is my space. Don't be on my mat. Because then like I can see people falling over and like trying to reach over, and it's like, hey, you're in my space.
I
Direct
did it because
yourself
I
out.
didn't like sitting on the carpet.
I guess there's that too, huh?
Well, yes, there is that too. But, I'm sure in India they do it in caves and all over the place, and it really doesn't matter if you have a mat or not.
Yeah.
It's not about the mat or the pants or how cool you look or how fancy your studio is.
But that helps,
It's about,
right?
No.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Really?
No.
Well, I'm showing up in all the gear. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, well, you can. You can. I've got crazy pants on today. So
Those are pretty stretched there. Those will allow you to do all the moves and everything.
that's right. You want to have full range of motion in the clothing that you wear.
That's cool. Hey, Jonathan, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in. Have you done yoga? Jonathan is a runner. Like, not just a runner. I'm talking about, like, I'm going to run 100 miles just because I want to
can.
and I like it and I can and
Dang.
I'm going to. So I'm going to, I just got a little 50 miler in Colorado I'm going to do. Marathons weren't enough. So he does, like, these ultras. I feel like stretching is very important for that. And yoga can come in for that as well, right?
That is correct. Yeah, and stretching needs to be taken just as seriously as anything else you're doing, and you want to hold the stretches for an amount of time, at least 3 to 5 breaths.
Okay.
People are in such a hurry, and I was too when I was teaching the step classes. The whole class was about screaming, jumping up and down. I felt, instead of, and then at the end we were supposed to stretch. I didn't even take the time.
Yeah. How long is a yoga class that you instruct?
Anywhere from an hour to an hour and 15 minutes.
Man, that seems like a long time.
Well, when you're trying to teach a specific pose, you need to build up to it,
Okay.
right? So you have to warm the body in specific ways to get you there. And even if you don't get there, that's why they call it a practice. But you want to make sure that everyone's safe, right?
Sure.
So I wouldn't throw Curt up into crow pose, right? Or into arm balances.
I would.
Crow pose?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like what is it called? A scarecrow. Just kind of like, I don't know. Is it based off like a scarecrow?
No, of a crow.
Off the
A
bird.
bird, yes. We could do eagle. You could do eagle.
Can you do seagull?
I don't know of this seagull.
I just made it up, but I got
That's
one.
awesome. People make up stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Is that okay in yoga? Like someone's like, I have a new pose, and it's like, they make it up and try and get it to catch on? Is that a thing in yoga, or it's like, no,
Yeah, it is
we've
a
been doing
thing
this
in
for
yoga,
thousands of years?
considering it only started out with 4 poses.
Okay.
Yeah, so people, I mean, it's what makes you happy, as long as it's safe.
Cool. So we got 6 seconds. Hey, let's go on right now on the FM as well.
Okay.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. That was Toby Mac. You're listening to Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. Right now it's 9:28. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have a special guest in studio. We're talking about yoga. We're talking about Moonlight Yoga, located in Leak City, Texas, next to the Shipley's on 518 in that historic downtown old Leak City.
Coming up around like 9:45 or so, we're going to be doing yoga in studio.
I'm excited.
I'm going to be doing it. At least Gardy's too scared to do it, so I'm going to do it myself.
Hey, somebody has to talk. Somebody has to talk, Curt.
True.
I have to keep the people engaged so they know what they're seeing. I'm going to do a play-by-play of the yoga. If you're watching on Facebook,
Oh my gosh.
I think we're going to have the mobile cam going so you'll be able to see and hear everything that's going on.
Juan's got the banana.
Hey, you know what?
Juan passes the banana. Juana passes la banana, el enana.
What are you talking about?
Talking about?
That was the play-by-play
Of what?
of yoga, Curt.
Oh, dear Lord. Let us pray.
I've heard a lot of bad things come out of your mouth today so far. That was the worst. You know, this is going to be maybe the launch of my play-by-play broadcasting career.
I'm excited for it.
So we're going to see what happens. And before we get into that, at 9:45, just remind everybody that we have a Texas Pit Stop Barbecue giveaway video that launched this morning. If you'd like, share and comment on that video on Facebook, you have the opportunity to win some gift cards to Texas Pit Stop, the one on the seawall, which is where we filmed that video. There's one in Lamarck. You can use it at either locations, and I think we're going to pick the winner sometime next week.
Yeah, next Wednesday we'll be announcing the winner. So make sure that you like, share, and comment on our featured video so you have a chance to win a $25 gift card to Texas Pit Stop, located in Galveston, and a location in Lamarck.
Yeah, I realized yesterday after watching that video and sneaking it out on our KHEA Radio Instagram, like as a sneak peek before we launched it on Facebook last night, I've eaten barbecue 5 days in a row. And I'm trying to see if I can make it 6 days and then 7 days. And I'm okay with that. Like, my wife asks me every day, hey, what do you want to eat? What do you want for dinner? And she knows what I'm going to say. And I look at her and I'm just like, you already know. I want moist barbecue brisket. That's what I want. I want the moist, fatty barbecue brisket. And so I had some yesterday from the Texas Pit Stop as well.
Every day I could eat at the Texas Pit Stop Barbecue. Every day.
And apparently I have 5 days in a row.
Yes.
So right now it's 9:31. We're going to be talking some more to Cass from Moonlight Yoga about everything that they have going on in Leak City. So if somebody is wanting to learn about your business, where can they go to find out more?
They can go to my webpage,
Go.
moonlightyoga.com.
Moonlightyoga.com. From there, they'll find the address and all the
They'll find
classes.
the address, they'll find the lesson schedule, they'll find our bio, our mission statement.
Okay.
How often do you, I'm sorry,
ahead.
how often do you have classes?
Well, let's see. Monday we have 3 classes. Tuesday we have 4 classes. It just probably 13, 14 classes a week. Every day but Sunday.
Every day but Sunday. And what are usually the times of those classes? Like, is it throughout the day, or are there set times every day that you can go and do yoga?
We have 6 a.m. We have 8:30s. We have, of course, the homeschool kids group. That's at 10:15 or 10:30. And they go all the way up to 7. Restorative classes, 7 p.m. on Thursday nights.
What's a restorative class? Like, can you explain a little bit about that?
It's, well, we set you up where you're comfortable. We use a lot of props in there. And it's stretching and meditation.
That's cool.
That's just a short summary of it. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
My students know I love to talk, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I don't want to bore people with all the details, but
Yeah. Whenever it's restorative, like, what are you trying to restore? Is it the movement? Is it a mindset?
the mind.
The mind.
Yep, the mind.
So that can help you.
Rest and digest,
Okay.
which will calm you down, which will help with anxiety. And are people writing crazy stuff on there?
A little bit. No.
Are making faces.
No, I'm just responding back to some people, but no, it's all good things.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. So rest and digest.
Yep.
You know, your mind and I guess like balance, is that like the center of everything? Is that kind of like a foundation?
What do you mean? Exactly?
Like as far as, so let's say I worked out every day and I had big muscles, no flexibility. My mind was all over the place. I wasn't rest. I was
you're not
stressed.
fully worked out.
Yeah.
You have to work out. You have to go from the inside out. It can't be all outside.
Yeah.
You can't strengthen and not lengthen your muscles. I mean, there's so many reasons why people should come to yoga. If it's taught safely, it won't tear your joints down. Okay.
Yeah. In your opinion, is that more important, like working on that yoga than the outside?
In my opinion,
yes.
In my opinion, yes.
Okay.
That's my opinion. That's what I do. That's my passion is yoga.
That's
Arthur tuned in and he said 7 p.m. Thursdays are the best.
What class is that?
That's restorative.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's AJ. Hi, AJ.
What's up, AJ? Arthur Olson Jr. I see
Yep.
the AJ. Arthur
Hippie
Jr.
fertilizing. Hippie fertilizing.
Oh, hey, man, we want to talk about hippie fertilizing. My grass is no good, man. I got the weeds coming up. We need to bring him in as well.
You know the worst part about last year with KHEA radio was listening
Yes.
to Gardy talk about his lawn every day.
I
And
can talk about it all the
Talk to
time.
Arthur Olson. He'll help you out.
I was just like, Gardy, no one cares about your yard. Like,
I care.
It was literally every day. And I'm like, Gardy, you are sounding like a 60-year-old grandpa right now walking around. My yard is not okay. Dang kids, get off my yard.
No, it was the dang chinch bugs.
Chinch bugs.
Here's what happened. So I have a sprinkler system because I want my grass green, right? I'm watering that as much as I need to. Anyways, it got really cold for like 2 or 3 days. It froze my pipes, busted my sprinkler system. Kurt, you brought this on. It's my sprinkler system broke.
Oh,
I wasn't
man.
able to start watering my grass whenever it started getting warm. Anyways, patches started to die, drying out. Chinch bugs came, destroyed it. So here I am in my yard, like cutting out pieces of grass, removing them, and then buying pallets and placing them in because I had called and got some quotes, and it was quite a bit. So I'm finding, hey, if you're preventative before,
He is, and it's all
You gotta be
natural,
on the ball.
organic products. You will love him.
that's
That's-
cool. Is that where the hippie comes from?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if we can say this on a Christian radio station, but he said nobody knows grass like a hippie, and I just find that,
That's awesome.
I just find that to be hilarious.
As he continues to say it. And then maybe it's true. Hey, Arthur, yeah, we need to talk to you, see if you come in, because I can talk about fertilization and grass all day. Kurt may be over there, be like, I have no grass in my house.
Hank Hill, that's who you were last year talking about your lawn.
Petroleum.
Oh.
Yeah, petroleum products. Hey, I could eat barbecue every day. I'm from Texas. I'm totally fine with that.
You are Hank Hill.
My next child will be named Bobby. Bobby Hill Garcia. Tell you what. All right now it's 9:36. We're gearing up because Kurt is going to be trying some yoga poses. Crystal, are you down to try yoga as well, or are you going to sit this one out?
I'm
Yes.
going to be operating the mobile camera.
Oh.
Aw.
Then let her talk too, and then you can do it too.
Okay, we'll see.
Yay.
We'll see what happens. But
Gardy doesn't do anything except for talk about his lawn and
Yes.
chinch bugs. That's all he talks about.
we could talk about killing those chinch bugs.
And barbecue.
No remorse.
And barbecue.
Oh, barbecue. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, this weekend on Snapchat, I saw a post from your wife of you like spraying the weeds, and she said, "God answers prayers." I'm
Yeah.
just like, dang, Gardy's slacking.
Well, I had these crazy weeds in the backyard, but the grass has been so wet, and I didn't want to go out there, and I feel like it would just. And I don't know anything about anything, and that's why I need to talk professionals, right? I'm like, I'm gonna kill these weeds. I'm gonna try and kill them first and spray them, and then
No.
I'm gonna pull them out. But I don't know. I don't know
Okay,
anything
AJ,
about anything.
No, don't.
See, I already made mistake number 1 and 2, and that's why I need to learn.
Oh my gosh.
These are things people want to know, like me. Maybe nobody else, but at least I want to know, right? No, it does not work that way. It's 9:37. The countdown continues to 9:45 when Kurt is going to be doing yoga. Is anybody excited? Are you excited? Let me see an emoji. Give me a laugh emoji. Give me something if you are excited to see Kurt do yoga. Totally nail it on the first try. We're going to see these poses. Can we plan? What's the first pose that Kurt is going to do?
Tadasana, mountain pose.
Tadasana mountain pose, which is perfect because he has a little mountain tattoo on his arm, and that
I know.
works for him.
I like
That's where
that.
you have to stand still and you stand straight.
Standing straight.
I don't know if I can stand still. I was thinking this earlier when Gardy and I were when we were talking about like being still and how you can help little kids
Yes.
be still. Gardy and I, if you watch us like outside of the radio, like if you saw, like if I don't know if the cameras picked this up, but Gardy and I, we like to play around with things. We're constantly moving.
That's how I was.
Yeah.
Still am at times.
You're pretty still right now. The only thing about us is like we sit in this chair often, and I feel like we could benefit from yoga because our posture,
That
just
is
getting
right.
comfortable,
You're
moving up and
people
around.
are always forward thinking. They're rolling their shoulders
Yeah.
forward. They're holding their phone. They're gripping the steering wheel. They're tense.
Yes.
They're tensing their jaw, the roof of their mouth.
I got
They're
that
creating
TMJ.
Stress. Learn to breathe. Yes.
For me, I have like a sciatic nerve issue.
Oh,
so
I can
yoga.
help with that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me stretch that nerve out.
I'll show you how to do it.
Sometimes I have a nerve
That's
issue.
exactly what you do, but we do it on the floor. You'll have to lay down.
Sometimes I have a nerve issue. He's sitting over there, getting on mine. I was like,
That's why
oh,
you need yoga to center yourself.
Kurt, it's on my nerves. I got to get this yoga in. But so right now it's 9:38.
Ready.
The countdown goes. What we're going to do is take a quick break, and then we're going to go on the FM around 9:45. Make sure Kurt is posed, stretched out. I'm so excited to be able to share Moonlight Yoga with you today. Share this video. Hit the like button. If you have any questions or experiences with yoga, we want to hear from you. Let us know on our Facebook stream. Search KHEA Radio on Facebook. Make sure you're liking us, and then let us know. Coming up next is Sidewalk Prophets on KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is called Brodical. Stay tuned. Let us know. Are you trying yoga? Are you going to go to Moonlight Yoga with me and Kurt?
Yes.
Show us up. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on until 11 a.m. on KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Boom. Kurt, are you excited? I feel like you're going to kill this yoga. And I don't know. I know you said like, no, we're not killing.
No yoga kill.
We're going to, what's the appropriate term? Like you're going to.
We're going to master this
Master.
to the best of our ability.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it.
Do I need to take my jean jacket off?
Yes, you're going to. Can you sit on the floor in those pants?
Don't take them off. He's like,
Look, something just fell. Wow. That's a sign. I don't know.
I literally watched it as I was about ready to
did
take
you
my
move
jeans.
that with your mind? How did you do that? Is this some
With
yoga sense
mind
going on?
bullets.
Kurt was like, I am one with the studio, and then just like, bam, that's impressive, Kurt. Kurt's taking his jacket off. He is getting ready.
And you have to take your shoes off, too.
Oh, man. This is getting serious.
The smell in here is just going to be driving everybody away.
Hey, Will Alday, he's another professional wrestler doing some really cool things. Will, I feel, is like the breakout of 2019. The breakout wrestler of 2019.
Will Alday?
Will Alday is
Will
watching.
Alday will be all day on WWE.
I think so. He's already wrestled in the WWE. You know, he's a big reality wrestling star, indie guy. Will, have you practiced yoga? Will, he played college football for Rice University, so he's done, you know, everything in high school, then played in college football, but now he is pursuing his professional wrestling career. And Will seems like he would have to be very flexible because he does he climbs up on the ropes in wrestling, does backflips, lands on people, all kinds of maneuvers. When it comes to stretching, Will, let us know. Is that important to you? What kind of routines do you do? And have you tried yoga? You know, we have another wrestler on as well, Johnny, and he said that DDP yoga has been very instrumental in his career and flexibility and helping with his back and being a 300-pound guy, you know, staying flexible and ready to go.
Ready for this.
Are you ready for this?
DDP was awesome, by the way. Shout out to DDP.
Do you
They-
want me to start him in meditation?
Coming out.
Teach him how to breathe? Or do you want me to start with the poses?
Diamond cutter. Can I do a diamond cutter on Kurt before we get this started? Speaking about DDP, just stand there. It's kind of like the RKO, but before the RKO.
What?
RKO out of nowhere. The diamond cutter, the best part is like it wasn't out of nowhere. You knew it was coming, and you just got diamond cut.
I support this.
Crystal, can you do the diamond cutter on Kurt or an RKO out of nowhere?
I can't. I feel like we'd have to talk to legal about that.
Legal, can we do that?
I'm
They
not
said-
legal.
Oh, Ethan's legal. Someone get
If
legal
I were
on the horn.
legal, then Kurt would have already been fired.
Ethan's our 17-year-old intern, also known as legal. Yeah.
I haven't done anything illegal
Today.
True today.
Okay, so it's 9:42. We got a couple more minutes to go. Kurt's going to be practicing yoga. If you are interested in watching this, stay tuned. Share this video out. If you're not interested, I recommend you just stop watching now because it's about to go down here in the KHEA radio booth. Make sure we get that double mic on so we can have that nice echo, okay? That's my favorite part. But let us know. Have you practiced yoga? I see Pastor Matt Woodfield just tuned in from the Woodlands. Shout out to Pastor Matt. His wife, she was actually a teacher at Abundant Life Christian School, which is where I went. and she taught whenever I was in the 6th grade. So that's Miss Tammy Woodfill. But now they're up in the Woodlands and they're pastoring up there. So shout out to them. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Right now we're talking about yoga. We're talking about balance. We're talking about stretching, how important that is, and is it for everybody? We're about to find out. The general consensus is yes. But if it's for Curt, we're about to learn. I am excited to get Curt in these poses, so we'll see. My wife just texted me right now. I'm guessing it's about yoga. It's a little bit about yoga.
Is she saying don't do it?
To me?
Yes.
No.
All right. I'm pumped. I'm ready.
You look ready. You look pumped too. Oh, dang, Crystal. Be nice. I don't know what you're zooming in on over there.
She was zooming in on my bald spot.
But it wasn't the camera selected. We might as well get this going, and then I'll go do a play-by-play on the FM. Yeah.
All right. What do we start with first?
We're going to start with, we're going to do it right here?
Yeah. We have this space right
do we
here.
Have space over there? Is that more? How much space do we need?
We don't need that much space.
Okay.
So we'll just do we'll do 2 sun salutations.
Okay, so they're going to do some salutations, I don't know what's going on, but I am excited, guys. Okay, so if you've never seen yoga in the wild, this is my play-by-play of Mr. Curt Casper. He's getting himself pumped and ready to go.
Oh, okay.
So is anybody excited, or is it just me? If he hurts that taco in yoga and falls on it, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, let me see. Should we turn the mic on so we can kind of hear him?
Inhale, stretch your arms up, reach up.
What do y'all think he's inhaling? This is yoga.
Exhale, touch your toes.
Can he touch his toes? The answer is no.
Inhale, stretch your arms up.
Okay, he's stretching up.
Exhale, touch your toes.
He's going to try and touch his toes. This is
We're
yoga.
going to need to turn the other direction so
It's
you can
moonlight
step
yoga.
back to your down dog.
Okay.
Mr. Wee. All right, touch your toes.
She called him Mr. Wee, and that is because
Look forward.
he said he was an expert of doing Wee
Stretch
yoga.
your right leg back into a long lunge.
Okay, he's doing the long lunge.
Hold there. I hear you cracking already.
Ooh.
Step your other foot back, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high, high.
Curt, you're getting some encouragement. You can do this, but I feel like
Nope.
I could cheer him
Your feet
on,
hip width apart.
but that's not what he needs. I'm like, go, Curt, come on, man.
Inhale forward to plank pose.
Don't ask him to do a push-up.
Lower down to the floor, all the way down.
Oh, this could get bad.
All the way down. No, your chest to the floor.
Is this the beach well pose that we were
And
talking
then
about?
bring your legs in toward each other.
Okay.
Flatten your toes onto the earth. Flatten.
He's doing better than I thought.
Now, lift your chest.
Higher.
Lift.
Oh,
No, and no kill. All right? Down.
don't
Legs
kill
down to the
him.
floor. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips. Down dog.
Downward dog. Oh, he knows this one.
Step walk or hop your feet forward. It's kind of hard to lift your leg in those jeans. All right, inhale, arms up. Hands to your heart center.
Okay, hands to the heart. Center that out.
Awesome. Inhale, stretch up.
How do y'all think he's
Reach up.
doing? Give him a
Reach back,
thumbs up. Give him
reach
a
back.
react.
Uh-oh.
He's going to fall.
Exhale. No, he's not. Exhale, touch your toes.
Okay.
Inhale, place your hands to your shins. Look forward.
His breathing sounds good.
Through your nose. Breathe through your nose. There you go. Now step your left foot back, long lunge.
He's doing pretty good.
It's hard in jeans. Right foot back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high.
Don't rip those
High, high,
jeans. Don't rip those jeans,
Excellent.
Pierre. We'll never forgive you.
Inhale forward to plank pose. And if you want a little strength, you can add a push up. No, yep. Go all the way down to the floor.
Add that push-up, Curt. You got this. Dang, look at that. Way to go, Curt. Okay.
Flatten your toes.
Doing
onto
some
the floor.
moonlight yoga.
There we go. Cobra, good. Bring your legs in a little closer.
What do y'all
together.
think?
Thank you.
Someone give me at least one thumbs up react.
Tuck
Curt,
your toes under.
Kurt's doing some moonlight
Downward
yoga.
facing dog.
They're located in League City next to Chipley's. In like historic League
Let's
City.
not hop or levitate. Let's go ahead and walk to your hands.
Boom. So relaxing.
Inhale, arms up.
This is the most
Exhale,
relaxed
hands
I've
to your
been
heart.
all morning.
Are we breaking a sweat yet? No.
He's not even sweating. Let's get him sweating.
You want me to do that to him?
Nah.
He's in jeans.
Yeah. The
don't want
concentration.
to.
He's looking at his armpits.
Oh, you want to do 2 more? Or you want to move on to a balance pose?
What do you
Gardy.
think? Let's move to a balance pose. Let's see it. That was really good, Curt. I have to say, I have to give
Very nice,
people.
very
Let's
nice.
give Curt some thumbs up, some hearts. That was excellent. Ooh. People are enjoying this. Let us know. Have y'all done yoga before? Curt is actually doing a really good job.
All right, so we're going to do tree pose. Not the one you saw on Wii, I don't think.
This?
Okay. Curt is an expert of Wii
I don't
yoga.
know what that is.
That's the beach twirl. We talked about this.
Oh.
There is no such thing as that.
Curt
Okay.
created it. He's the creator of yoga poses.
All right, bring your hands into prayer.
Okay, he's praying.
Elbows out. Press into your right heel.
All right.
Lift your left leg up.
And
Point
breathe.
your toes down. Open your knee to the side. Find your bottom branch of your tree, so above or below the knee joint. So you can do floor, calf, or way up high. Go ahead and stick to the floor, Kurt.
We got some people saying mountain pose. Great job, Kurt.
Now inhale, stretch your arms up. Focus forward. Listen to the sound of your breath. How about think of the word peace as you're doing it?
Piece of
exhale.
pizza.
No, peace.
Piece of pizza.
Whatever makes you happy, though. Shoulders down. There we go.
Think of your happy place. Queso and chips. A little bit of guacamole.
700 more rounds of breath. I'm just joking. Bring your hands to your heart. Knee forward.
He's doing
Keep
good.
your leg lifted. Rotate your ankle. Hey, range of motion.
Look at
And
this
relax. And go. No, we have to do the other side.
guy. Okay.
Dang.
Doing a good job, Kurt. It's 9:48, and you're doing excellent.
Bring your hands to your heart again.
Can you imagine
Elbows out by the sides.
an hour of this?
Stand tall. There we go. Press into your left heel.
He's doing
Bring
a
your
good
right
job,
knee up.
guys, don't you think?
Place your foot onto your leg above or below the knee joint.
Okay.
Keep your hips squared forward. Then when you're ready, you're not
Are
focusing.
you
Go.
ready? Focus, Kurt. You got this, man. People are
No
cheering
hurt.
you
It's on
on.
your knee joint. That's why it's hurting. There we go. Okay, just stay with it to the floor. Then bring your arms up. Shoulders down.
Arms up, shoulders down.
Can you hear the sound of your breath in and out through your nose?
Okay, I gotta stand away from the wall.
Breathe, Kurt. Breathe. And breathe.
Nope.
He's going to start doing like,
2 more rounds of breath. We call it the breath of victory, actually.
yes. Hey, share this video out. If you've done yoga, let us know what's your favorite pose. Let us know if you have been to
Still on the
Moonlight
knee
Yoga
joint.
yet.
Oh, okay.
Hands to your heart.
Hands to your heart.
Knee forward. And rest. Tadasana, mountain pose.
Man,
Palms forward.
I think he's doing good too. He may
He's
be a
doing good,
master of
too.
Wii Yoga. People are saying he's doing really good.
You are doing really well. Now, I'd like for you to do some other poses, but we usually step from the back of the mat. But since you're in those jeans, let's do it this way.
Okay, yeah.
Inhale, stretch your arms up, reach up. Take your thumbs here, and I want you to reach back for the wall behind you. Shoulders down the back. Look up.
Reach for the sky.
Reach, reach, reach.
Toy Story Woody style.
Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Touch your toes.
Okay.
Don't lock your knees, please.
I just want to see him actually touch the toes.
Well, that takes practice. Place your hands to your shins.
I'm not
Look
that
forward.
flexible, but I can touch my toes.
Bow your head. So, yep. Stretch your right leg back. Long lunge.
And breathe.
Left leg
Chris,
back.
you're doing great, man.
Down dog. Good. Separate your feet.
Don the dog.
Inhale forward to
That's
plank.
what I would name it. Don dog.
Exhale, lift back to dog.
Look at those muscles popping
All right,
out.
let's stretch our right leg forward.
Kurt, you dirty dog. How did you get so
Heel right
strong?
on the front. So, yep. Put your back heel to the floor. Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1.
Oh,
Arms up. There
man.
we go.
I was about to say,
Hips
Kurt,
forward,
I'm really
shoulders down
impressed
the
because
back. Arms up.
you had matching socks on, but you don't have matching socks on today. Come on, Kurt.
And breathe. Can you hear the sound of your breath? So you're trying to think of a word that makes you happy, a mantra or phrase. Okay?
What is it, that word? Is it queso? A word, mantra, a phrase that makes you happy? Queso.
And then let's do Warrior 2. Stretch your
Enchiladas.
arms out.
Tacos.
Knee forward.
Shredded cheese,
There we
melted
go.
cheese, Gouda
Shoulders
cheese,
down.
American cheese.
Look forward
Pepper
over your finger. Look
jack
at the camera over
cheese.
there.
What
Take
makes
2 more
Kurt
rounds of
happy?
breath. We're going to keep it simple, right?
Cheese.
Well, not cheese, but
Oh,
I've
yeah.
actually never thought of cheese in yoga. It's kind of frightening.
Hey, thank you, Kelsey. Kelsey said great commentary. That's what I thought so too, but I didn't want to say it.
All right, we're ready for
Cheese.
reverse warrior. Back arm down. Stretch your fingertips up. Drop
Okay,
your
this
shoulders.
is
Look up.
reverse warrior. Oh, he's
Maybe come over here, Crystal, so my belly flap doesn't show off.
Oh, shh.
one
No
belly
ego
flap.
in yoga.
Those are abs of queso steel, Kurt. What are you talking about? Those are. It's not
All
any
right, so
flab
use
there.
Use your range of motion in your shoulders.
Arthur said bacon
Round your
pizza.
arms. Come down to
Okay.
the floor.
I feel like I'm
Not-
getting.
we don't flop.
I feel like I'm getting this
That was-
workout too. I wish.
That was on accident.
Okay.
I feel
Step
like I'm doing a good job.
downward facing
Y'all
dog.
can't see me over here, but I'm doing it too.
Lift your butt
Oh,
up high.
that sideways shot.
Yep.
Okay, lift your bottom up. All right, stretch it out, push it up.
You can do that. Flatten
Beach.
your feet
We're
out.
back in beached whale.
Always. Thank you. Tuck your toes under.
From beached whale, you can kind of go anywhere.
And lift your hips high. Downward facing dog.
Okay.
All
Don
right, we're ready
dog.
to do the other side. Let's bring those arms in a little bit, okay? So
Let me
we
see
want
some
wrists,
push-ups, Kurt.
elbows, and shoulders lined
Back
up.
when KHEA first started, we had a segment where Kurt was trying to do a push-up for every 5 people that were watching.
Left leg.
every 15 minutes.
Yep. And
It was the best and the worst thing that ever happened to
Here we go.
KHEA.
Warrior 1, side 2. Left leg is forward, right? So
Okay.
Right leg back. Here we go.
Left
Yep.
leg back.
Shoulders down. Now let's
Throw
just
your
try a little arm
hands
action
in the
here.
air.
Let's
Throw
do
your
arms from the
hands
back.
in the air.
Squeeze
That's
your
like step
shoulder blades
music.
Together.
Sorry.
Breathe.
Okay, shoulders back. Kurt's doing yoga, Mark. What do you think? Is he doing a good job? Let us know. Look at that smile. He's so happy.
All right, arms up over your head.
They told him to think of a word that embodies like peace, happiness, and then he was like, queso, warrior pose.
Put your back head to the floor, please.
Queso. It's not called Beach 12. It's not? Are you sure? What's it called?
Warrior 2.
Warrior 2?
Virabhadrasana 2.
Okay.
And then let's go to reverse warrior.
Okay, now he's doing reverse warrior.
So shoulders down.
They call. Oh, dang. That one looks cool, Kurt. That's kind of the pose that you run around doing anyways for some reason. Whenever I'm like, hey, let's take a picture, he's like, he does that exact same pose right here. It's like,
Don't
okay.
forget to breathe.
Arthur said it's not, okay. Kelsey said it's not called beach well, and then Arthur said grumpy walrus pose. And that kind of feels.
All right, you ready to work those arms?
Okay.
Or like the range of motion? Okay,
Yeah.
so I want you to
Okay.
start well the arms.
All right.
Well, not so much, but that's
Work
okay.
your arms, Kurt.
Come down to the floor.
Come down to the floor.
Nope, step back, down dog.
Don dog.
Lift your hips. Bring your knees to the floor.
Okay.
Sit back into child's pose.
Oh.
Did y'all hear that?
Okay.
I heard a crack and a pop.
That's not good.
Oh.
That's definitely not good. Child's pose is actually, it's those jeans, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, that was my knee.
Was it your, okay, I thought it was your back.
No, that was my knees.
Okay. Well, can you walk? Are you still able to
I'm
walk?
done.
Are you done? Is there like a cool down
Arms here.
as we end this?
Lift, tuck your toes in.
Okay. This is the cool down. He's doing down dog. Mary, we're doing yoga.
Now while we're here, we're going to just
We're speaking with Cass from Moonlight Yoga located in League City next to Shipley's over in historic League City, Texas. Kurt has actually been performing beached well, grumpy walrus pose. He's doing like the queso warrior. These are all brand new yoga poses that Mr. Casper has actually invented today.
All right, would you like to do some?
And we're very excited. So he's about to end this.
Yeah.
We have
Gardy,
about
do we have time?
we have like 2 minutes, and we need to do some cool down. But you're doing an excellent job. I'm very, very proud of you right now.
All right.
So we have a couple minutes left before our next guest. What I'm doing right now is a play-by-play. What I'm doing right now is an outro of what's going on. So I'm sitting Indian style too, kind of.
Left arm across.
Okay, left arm across.
And I want you to sit up very tall.
Sit up very tall. I am trying to do it. Okay. Kurt's breathing. Think of your happy place, Kurt. Think that you're in a hot tub full of queso. You have tacos. You have
All right,
tacos.
let's go to the other side.
Tacos outside of the hot tub, right? And tortilla shells. You just take the tortilla shells, you're dipping them in. You're turning around to reach the next tortilla chip. You dip it in the cheese.
All right, come forward.
And now you just take a drink.
Stretch your legs out. Let's do forward
Namaste. Namaste. You're just
Don't sway your
drinking
legs around a little
at this moment. What you're doing is you're going to go head under the cheese.
bit.
All in, Kurt.
About people.
Relax.
Inhale your arms out.
Take a deep breath.
Flex your feet. Push your heels into the floor.
Deep breath in. And now you're going down into the queso. You dip your head under the queso. This is exactly where you want to be. Exactly where you want to be. Peaceful. You're covered in queso cheese.
Don't take
It's a
both
little
your hands.
spicy, but not too spicy, right?
Hands out a little bit.
It's the perfect color of yellow.
And exhale.
Rico's
All right, so you talked
brand
about, you talked
from
about,
Sam's Club.
Sciatica, right?
Okay, you got that
so come on,
sciatic
come on.
nerve.
Okay.
What we're going to
Check
do
it
now
out.
is rub
So
some
you're gonna bring
American
your feet to the floor,
all
you
over the
cross your
back.
right ankle over
We're
your
going to
left
warm
ankle.
that thing up.
Okay, and then you're gonna lift the leg up.
Here we go.
That camera angle is gonna look really, really bad.
Hey!
This is the
Okay,
camera angle
so
that we
lift the
want.
leg up. Now bring this hand through the leg
Okay, what Kurt's going to do,
and this hand around.
What is
And there you
going on?
go. And
what he's
relax
about to
back.
do,
Now,
you're free falling
there's your
into
sciatica stretch,
cheese, Kurt.
okay? You can even straighten this leg if you like.
You're free falling through the sky. Arthur said there's bacon in the queso. You're just falling deeper
Relax
into
your
a
head back.
queso
You feel that
ambient.
stretch where you need it?
Oh, yeah, that feels good. I can tell. There's queso everywhere. There's tacos
All
everywhere.
right, relax. Usually we'd hold that for a little bit longer, especially if you're having
Okay.
an issue. Let's do the other side. Which leg are you having?
Kurt,
it
we're
in?
just about out of time.
Okay. Then lift the leg up and do the same thing.
I'd hate to pull you
On
from
the
this
inside
queso
leg.
state, Kurt. Today's going to be such a better day.
Do it here.
That actually feels better there.
Okay. As you eat the queso, you find an American block of cheese. You're a rat. You're living in a cheese house.
That feel good?
You have a cheese. You have a family.
Good. We have a winner here.
Kurt, you did it, man. You did it, man. Go, Kurt, go. Way to go, Kurt. I am proud of you. You, my friend, have been introduced to an ambient state of cheese. You were falling in cheese. You were in a tub of cheese. You were a rat that had a rat family living in a house made out of cheese. Have you ever felt more peaceful than you do right now?
I feel great.
You look great.
Feels
I'm going to
good.
say that.
I like that. I feel ready to go on a TV show.
Okay.
Why don't you come to yoga a few times first before we do
And then,
that?
okay.
And not in jeans.
Not in jeans.
So right now,
Definitely need to
it's
change that.
9:59. Can you share one more time with everybody where they can go on the internet to find out more information about Moonlight Yoga?
Go to moonlightyogahouston.com or Google Moonlight Yoga in League City. That's your best bet. It'll go
Boom.
right to my website.
Awesome.
905 East Main, right next door to my family at Shipley Donuts.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Was that easy?
Yeah, I was a little nervous. I don't know.
Yeah. Never a reason to be nervous. And we want to come and check out your yoga studio.
It'll
we want
be
to
on the
come and
house.
participate.
Come do it. You'll love it.
I actually feel like I have a hard act to follow because if Kurt's there, he'll probably make me look bad.
Why don't we try with a little yin class first? A
Okay.
little stretching and meditation.
I love it. I love
That
it.
way we can prepare you for the standing poses. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, have a good day.
Thank you.
And we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much. Was that okay?
Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
So, the fun is going to keep going, guys. Don't even worry about it. We're going to have 2 more guests before 11 o'clock. We have our good friend from the Arms Room. We're going to be talking about the special that's going on. We're going to be talking about the training that's going on. We went there yesterday where Kurt was an honorary employee sharing about Valentine's Day in the Arms Room. Is there a better combo?
I feel like the only best combo is to go to the arms room and then go and get married at Butler's Courtyard after.
That's the potential. You have the potential to do that on Valentine's Day. I
I'm
also
exhausted.
shared a taco group. There is Tacos My Way, which is a local taco restaurant where they're doing taco deliveries. You can get that 12-pack to say I love you to that special someone. You can get the 20-pack. You can get all these tacos. And Paloma, our friend from the Moore Memorial Library, said, I believe it was Paloma or somebody else. She said, go ahead and get the big pack, the 20-pack, and then send it to her, and you can tell her, hey, you can share with your friends, but they probably won't. Just going to eat these tacos myself.
All right, I'm going to step off camera to fix my attire really fast.
You look good, Kurt. What do you mean?
I got to tuck in my shirt.
Okay, you got to tuck in.
Tidied up.
You don't have to. Well, you can do that later. You don't have to tuck your shirt in right now. But we have our guest. Yeah. I am excited. So we're going to have 2 more guests. We're going to be learning, and we're going to jump into it right now. Get ready to go. And I am excited. Kurt's tucking in his shirt. I wish that y'all could see. These are the kind of things that we need to go mobile for, so you can see Kurt make sure that he is ready to go. How you doing, sir?
I come in with gifts.
All right. You can have a seat right there. My name is Gardy.
Gardy.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, Gardy. Fidencio.
Vivencio? Fidencio.
There you go, brother. I brought you a cool mug.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with gifts.
Mints in there for y'all.
I needed a mint after doing yoga.
Oh, yeah. What was your name, brother?
I'm Kurt.
Kurt. Nice to meet you, Kurt.
Fidencio in studio. We're going to be talking about everything that you got going on. You're local, right?
Yes, Galveston County. I'm from Galveston County, and I live in Santa Fe, but I own a business in Dickinson/League City.
Awesome.
On a farmer's insurance agency.
Okay.
So I'm excited about being on here. You know, I just saw last week when you guys had some of our board members, which was Ms. Jody Gidley, which is our executive director of Santa Fe Education Foundation.
Yes.
And Jason Tabor, which is our mayor.
Yes.
And then Rebecca Martinez. So
Cool.
I watched that one. So
That's
pretty
awesome.
Good. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, Jason, he's a good guy. We had him on air a couple times, and then we had an event that was in another part of our building as well where we were raising some funds to do some upgrades, and Jason came on. He brought his wife. We met him at Legacy Collision for the first time last year, which is a local what they do is they do car, like whenever you get in a wreck.
Right.
You hopefully you have farmer's insurance.
Exactly.
Then you go to
That's what
Legacy
I'm
Collision,
talking about.
and they're repairing it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're collision center. They do painting, touch-ups, and it's a woman-owned and operated establishment, which we have found out is not that common in the repairing industry.
Yeah.
It's not that often that there's ladies that are running and owning the show, which they're awesome and we love them. They're in Santa Fe, or actually in Hitchcock, but it's like on 2004 past Highway 6 on the left by the blimp base. So did you grow up in Santa Fe?
Yes, and so I'm originally from Galveston,
Yeah.
and my parents moved us to Santa Fe when I was a freshman.
Okay.
So I went from basically Galveston ISD to Santa Fe ISD, and it was awesome. It was a big culture shock.
Yeah.
Coming from Galveston to Santa Fe.
What were the differences?
Oh man, it was just night and day.
Yeah.
But it was once I was there, I fell in love with the town. I fell in love with the coaches, and I played basketball. So that was my big thing.
That's cool.
And so in 1996, our team went all the way to state, and so that's kind of like our Hoosiers moment.
What?
Of Santa Fe.
Dude, that's awesome.
It was good stuff.
Have they been
Did
to
you guys
state since?
win?
No, we didn't. We
So it's
actually,
not like, oh, it is kind of like
It is
Hoosiers.
like Hoosiers.
Yeah,
They didn't win either.
Hey, spoiler alert, Kurt. Come on, man. There's people that haven't had the opportunity to see that. Maybe. I'm just
Yeah,
messing.
there was it was a half court shot, and the guy made it, and we ended up losing.
Are you serious?
And yeah, and we were winning the entire game.
The drama.
Oh man, it was intense. But every single one of our games was packed. We had to have the fire marshal at our basketball games because they can't let people in anymore.
Mhm.
That's how packed they were. It was just intense.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was
So
good
we got Fidencio in studio. We're going to be talking about
I'm
Santa
glad, by
Fe,
the way, you're
Galveston
saying
Insurance.
his name. I don't know if I could ever pronounce that. For
Well,
Densi-
The people
Fidencio.
the people that went to school with me call me Junior because I am a junior.
Cool.
Those that went to the military with me call me Leja because that's my last name. And then because of my business, people call me Fidencio.
What branch of the military were you in?
I was in the Navy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long were you in the Navy?
9 years.
That's
9
awesome.
years. So right out of high school, I joined. I was enlisted. I had a great time. Visited over 13 countries. Served after 9/11 in Japan. Just good stuff. Good stuff.
What kind of led you to choose that path? Was that something you grew up wanting to do, or how did you end up, with the Navy? Like, I'm going to do that.
Well, after graduating from high school, I didn't have parents that
Just
even-
like shelling out the money for college.
one,
Yeah.
they didn't have the money for it. Two, my parents are immigrants. My mom went to 4th grade in Mexico. My dad went to 3rd grade in Mexico. But they came over here during the 70s. They became citizens under Ronald Reagan. So I have a big family, but I was the first one to make a decision to join the military. And it was just kind of like, man, what am I going to do? So I didn't want to sit on my hands, and I'm pretty active. So I joined the military, and I said, hey, let's do this.
That's awesome. Right now we have 25 seconds, and we're going to go on the FM as well. Keep it going. You okay, Kurt?
yeah,
You're just looking around confused. We need to, I think that yoga kind of resets you a little bit.
a little bit.
So, yeah.
That was good stuff watching.
Yeah, we got 10. Well, now we have 10 seconds. So here we go. I'll play this spot. This is for Fub on Me. Thank you, Fub on Me, Bistro and Grill, for your partnership with KHEA Radio. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
We have a special guest in studio. We're going to be talking about Galveston. We're going to be talking about the military, Navy. We're going to be talking about insurance. I'm excited to talk a little basketball. I'm a big basketball fan myself.
Nice.
We got Fidencio in studio. How you doing today, sir?
Awesome.
Glad
Glad to be here, brother.
Thank you for joining us. So we were talking a little bit about your story, and I guess we need to recap for the people on 99.5 FM that are joining in, and we're streaming live on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this video, smash the share video, and let us know. And this is actually Chef Mary Bass is one of our friends and partners here at KHEA Radio with Chef's Table Charities.
Nice.
She said, this is a cool dude. We met inside Santa Fe High School. So
Sweet.
Chef Mary, she knows a little bit. I think she knows almost everybody. Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome.
And it helps to know a chef. I will say that. One, because you get to see the awesome pictures. Two, she'll bring us cake balls. And three, she's opening that restaurant with Katie's Seafood House and down in Galveston. And I'm just like waiting, like commenting on pictures. She's like, oh, here's taste testing for this. And I'm like, I'm waiting for my invite. It helps to know the chef whenever it's going on.
Well, my wife and I are like Food Network junkies.
That's what's
And
up.
So even our kids, we got 3 kids. my son that's 4 years old, he's always critiquing my wife's food. Mom, I think it could have been a little bit crunchier. I think it's overcooked. And I'm like, man, you know, she just created this little food snob at 4 years
old. A food critic.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are y'all making?
Well, my wife's Italian.
Okay.
And so they're pretty well known in Santa Fe, the Tebaldo's Feed and Supply, and they got a big family in Santa Fe. But overall, my wife, she's just an amazing cook. She'll cook seafood. She'll cook Italian food. She'll just find something on Pinterest and test it out. But I think her staple is always desserts. She's on fire when it comes to desserts.
What's your favorite that she's making?
She creates this Oreos, but the golden Oreos.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I love Oreos, but the golden Oreos
That's
on
like
a whole nother level.
The white one?
No, they're yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the golden Oreos. So she crunches those up. She puts a layer of like this whipped cream, and then she cuts up strawberries, and she puts something else in it. But I mean, it's just thick, and it's just delicious.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's good stuff.
So we know a couple people who are her cooks and chefs and do some awesome stuff in the restaurant industry. And I always ask, like, what's your specialty? Because some people are like, I can do everything, but I specialize in this.
Yeah.
You know, like I built my restaurant around this, or I built, you know, my cooking around this style. So it's always a fun thing. My other question about the food is your Food Network junkies, you said.
Yes.
What kind of shows are y'all watching?
Oh, man. The one that we're always on is Chopped.
Yes.
Again, my son that's 4 years old and my daughter, she's 13. So we'll sit there and we'll watch it as a family. And they get all excited when they're about to chop someone. So my wife, when she's cooking, my son will be like, Mom, come up to the line. All right, we're gonna see if we're gonna chop you or we're not gonna chop you.
Yeah.
And so we're trying her food, and my son and my daughter are critiquing it. So.
Is Chopped the one where they take chefs or the people with no experience? I can't remember.
Well, they have both.
Okay.
But the one that we watch is when they Bobby Flay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bobby Flay.
Oh, yeah.
The big thing. So they'll bring in two chefs, and then they compete against each other, and then they'll
compete
against him, and then boom, somebody gets chopped.
So the first time I saw that, I was on, I don't even know if it was vacation or business, but I was out of town in a hotel room, and you know, it's like late at night, flipping the channels, and I'm like, what's this? And then the entire time we were out of town, you know, they were like, hey, we got to go do this. And I'm like, but there's a marathon of Chopped on. How am I supposed to leave the room? Who wins? Because they show them in order. Have you ever seen that show?
Nope.
You're shaking my head.
Man.
You're shaking your head.
So sorry, I have not seen that show.
Yeah.
But it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
How about Mexican food? How do you feel about that?
So
Tacos.
no, man. I think Mexican food. My sister-in-law had just had a 6-hour layover. Her and her boyfriend. They live in New York, but they were coming back from Costa Rica from a wedding, so they had a couple of hour layover. So we drove all the way to Intercontinental to pick them up, and they said, "Man, we're craving serious good Mexican food."
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the Houston area and we're driving back, the place to go to is the original Ninfas, right there on Navigation.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't been there on the East End, man, I
Is
mean
that
the homemade.
Tex-Mex
No,
or Mexican?
It's Mexican food.
Okay.
Ninfas. I've heard of Ninfas
Yeah.
before. Isn't there one in our area, in the Galveston area as well?
I'm not sure.
I've heard of Ninfas.
But I
Why
know
have I heard
this
of it?
one is right there on the east end of Houston. It's in the heart of, you know, just the Hispanic, Latino, Mexican community.
Yeah.
And it's the original one. So you'll walk in and right to the left, they're making homemade tortillas right there. And the food is excellent. So we went there and it was awesome.
That's cool. What are you ordering whenever you go there? Is it something different, or do you have something where you judge Mexican restaurants on, like, I need to get
well, for
this?
me, it's, if you want to get a variety, it's the parrillada.
Okay.
And the parrillada usually has a little bit of fajita meat, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of carnitas, which is, you know.
Maybe a shrimp on there?
Some shrimp on there.
Yeah.
Sausage. I mean, it's just fire.
Sure. Yeah.
Good stuff.
And then you can taste everything. What about rice and beans? Do you ever judge a restaurant by that, or their salsa? I've heard like people say, oh, the salsa. You judge it by the salsa or the rice and beans.
Yeah, for me, it is, you know, the rice and beans, because that's a staple. I mean,
Sure.
I grew up, and my mom's, to me, you know, mom's rice and beans are on fire. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so rice and beans, if they come out of a can, you're just kind of like, you can kind of tell. You want those rice and beans that are just,
Yeah.
it just tastes right.
My grandma, from my mom's mom, there's no, in my opinion, her beans maybe the best that I've ever had. But I remember growing up, eating them. That's probably the first, refried. Whenever she makes refried beans that I ever had. And then she has all kinds of beans, but that's one of the first beans I remember. So that's the taste I had. And I go and I kind of compare other places based on that. My dad's mom, who is in heaven today, she would make beans, and that's what they rice and beans growing up. And Dad says, I don't remember using forks. Like you always said, the tortilla there, and that's kind of what you just scooped and you ate with. Yeah. And it's kind of cool to learn about those things now. And so we like Mexican food as well. We like food in general. Yeah. And I'm excited that you brought that up, because then we have a place to talk about we made a Facebook group. You can see like our tacos there, but we have a Kurt, tell them about our Facebook group.
Yeah, we have a Talk of Taco Facebook group, and you can go and check it out. So you can post pictures of tacos and everything else.
There we go.
So, but there are people, dare I say, taco snobs, where they're like, that's not a taco, because an authentic, Hispanic Mexican taco or a taco here has this, or you're not supposed to put the cheese, or it needs this and this kind of, all this stuff. So it's interesting.
And that's the piece of, when people start thinking about Mexico, they think of Mexico as just being like just one place. But Mexico has so many states, just like the U.S. has states. So if you go down to like Veracruz, or you going down further south, it's completely different. You down there, you can eat like black beans, and you can eat completely different food. But as you get closer to the border, it's a different food. So it just really depends where you're eating and what region you're in. So it's interesting.
Okay, cool. And so we have Susan, who she does cookies with the cause. She's been on air. She's brought us some of her eggs from her house. She has like 100 chickens, and she brought us some eggs that was delicious. She said she met you at the gala, or the gala. I'm not sure how you say that. But she said, ask him if you got the email with the photos from the gala.
Oh, yes. So she's the one that's doing the photo booth. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, definitely. Tell her thank you so much. We actually posted it, and my wife had me wear this cool red jacket. And so me and my wife were, my wife was looking amazing. I was just the addition, right?
With the red coat?
Yeah, I was wearing the red coat, and then my wife was wearing this beautiful dress.
Was it red to match?
No, she was wearing black. So, we had the offset, so I was wearing a nice black shirt underneath
King
with
and
the
Queen
red
of
jacket.
Hearts.
The King and Queen of Hearts, you say?
Yeah, because they're in black and red on the card.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So it was awesome. But tell her thank you so much for the photos. And we got a lot of people were telling us how good we looked, and we got a lot of likes on Facebook. So we really appreciate it. Tell her thank you so much. So again, thanks.
So with Valentine's Day coming up, are you ready? Are you ready for Valentine's Day? Is that kind of a holiday that y'all celebrate, or just like, I love you every day?
Yeah, love in our house is big. So, but my wife is actually working. She's a nurse in labor and delivery, so she specializes in the OR in C-sections. So she's been at the Women's Hospital of Texas for 17 years. So my wife's pretty amazing.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm very blessed to have my wife, Chrissy. But she works on Valentine's Day. So I don't want to spoil it. She's probably gonna watch this. So I have something in store.
That's awesome.
To make sure that she knows that it's not just another day, but that I love my lady and she's my wife. So.
She'll be helping deliver and bring those Valentine's babies into the world, which are gonna make a lot of people very happy. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And so without her, I wouldn't have my business today. Without her, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids, and without her, I wouldn't be here today. Hopefully, talking a little bit more about. Why I want to run for Santa Fe City Council, and a lot of the community has reached out to me to say, hey, Fidencio, I think you would be a great asset. You should run. So the last 3 weeks, we've really sat down, made a lot of phone calls, talking to people about what do they think about my candidacy and me running for Santa Fe City Council.
That's cool. Hey, you mentioned your kids. What are your kids' names?
My daughter's name is Cameron, and then my son, his name is Fidencio Leja III, and we nickname him Champ.
I like that.
And then our newest addition is my son, David Richard. So he's named David after my brother that passed away in a car accident. So we named him after his uncle. So he's named David, and then his middle name is Richard, which is named after my father-in-law and my brother-in-law.
That's cool.
So David Richard.
Do they play any sports? Because you were mentioning basketball earlier. Are they into sports or not quite
my
yet?
daughter is wild about and just kind of addicted to showing animals.
That's cool.
So she's really big into showing animals, and actually she'll be showing animals this weekend there at the Galveston County Fair.
Is it starting?
Well, they have a show that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
But the next one will be coming up in April, which
Okay.
is the big show for Galveston County Fair and Rodeo.
Yeah, well, I know last year we had a prior fair queen in who also would show animals. It was, Miss Meyerhoff in studio. Remember that?
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. And we were trying to get Curt to ride a bull. It didn't quite happen. Fingers crossed this year. We got to find a bull.
Let me tell you, I grew up in Santa Fe, but I was so involved with just basketball that I didn't even know that there was this other world of 4-H and showing animals. And so when I met my wife actually grew up showing animals. So she showed lambs, she showed heifers, and some of these words I didn't even know, right?
Yeah.
But when we went there to the Galveston County Fair and I saw these kids inside this ring and they're 9, 10, 12, 13 years old and they're showing an animal that's 1,000 pounds, man. And it's just like, wow. And so when they're controlling that animal, showing that animal, setting up that animal, for someone new, man, it's eye-opening. Now that I'm in it several years, it's pretty awesome. Now I'm getting adjusted to it.
What kind of things have you noticed that has taught your daughter? And are there scholarships involved and opportunities as well?
Oh, absolutely. I'm actually part of the Galveston County Ranchers Association because my father-in-law grabbed me by the ear and said, hey, we need some young blood in here.
Yeah.
So my father, Richard Tabaldo, again, he took me in there. And so the Galveston County Ranchers Association, we actually raise money for those students for scholarships.
Cool.
And so that's really big. But also the Galveston County Fair and Rodeo, that's the whole point of it, is to raise money to either purchase these animals from these kids so that they can use it for scholarships, and also provide them scholarships of other means as well. So it's a big deal for Santa Fe.
Yeah.
And Galveston County in general, because Dickinson ISD they bring their crew that shows all their animals, and all these other schools. So it's a nice, man. It really is.
Yeah. Growing up, I remember, are you responsible enough for a dog? Can you have a fish? Are you going to feed it?
So back to your question about, so my daughter actually was somewhat of an introvert when she was probably about 8 or 9 years old. But then she really got into showing her animals. Man, now she's just an extrovert. She wants to tell everybody about her showing animals. And she just recently won 2 buckles for showmanship. And she's 13 years old. And so this is her pride and joy. And she's committed to showing those animals, bathing those animals. And it's just changed her world. And the teachers have even told her that.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Being in Santa Fe, like, that's kind of like the thing, right? Like, raising animals and stuff like that. That's part of the community vibe, right?
Well, you don't get that in like everywhere, I think is what he's saying, but Santa Fe offers that.
Yeah, so it is big. But again, when I was in high school, I didn't know that world. So you had to almost be in that world, right? And so, but it is a big thing. It is a real big thing. So you have a lot of families that's their bread and butter, and they're not playing sports, they're showing animals. And there's a kid that actually, his last name is Tyra, but he has showed lambs, and that was his thing. But now he's in college, and he comes back to actually coach these kids. And so he's going to college, and he's studying something to do with animal studies, and I think it might be just specifically ranching.
That's
And
cool.
I want to say he's at A&M. But the kid comes back, and he actually works with my daughter. So it is a big deal. But, yeah, Santa Fe is definitely known for it.
Where do they keep the animals? Is that something you have to keep at home, or do they have like land? Like, do you have like a ranch? What's going on?
Yeah. So again, I'm lucky because of my in-laws. They own quite a bit of land, and they got their own street. It's called Tabaldo Lane.
Cool.
And so a lot of the family lives on that street. But they have a ranch there, several acres, and so that's where we keep our animals. But a lot of people that do have that are into this, it's pretty expensive because you got to have, like you're saying, you got to have the land. Like, you can't just have a little bitty backyard to host this cow or this goat. And but they're also showing rabbits. They're also showing turkeys, chickens.
Curt's.
Curt.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So right now it's 10:22. You're listening to KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. Stay tuned. Around 10:30, we're going to be talking to Spencer from the Arms Room. Are you a big a firearm guy? Do you go to the range any, or do you practice any of that stuff?
I actually was just talking to him, but right before I came in, and he's prior military.
He is.
I'm prior military, and so he was in the Navy, and I was in the Navy. So we were just talking about it, and one of his marketing guys came by my office there at my farmer's insurance agency, and he was actually selling tickets where you could actually go there and just pay for the ammunition, but you get range time, right? And so that's the expensive part, is the range time. So my brothers are big hunters. I have 3 older brothers, 3 younger brothers, and a sister, so we have a big family. But my 3 older brothers and the youngest one are really big into hunting. So after I got out of the military, I didn't get into the guns, or I do own one.
Yeah.
I have my concealed handgun license. But I do like going to the range and staying sharp. I think it's important that you do that. But yeah, I go to the arms room, man. It's a beautiful place, nice place, and I love the range.
Yeah, that's cool. They do some different training. We went and shot a video there, which was a lot of fun, and it actually taught us a lot. They're starting some new courses that we'll probably talk with Spencer about, where you're able to keep on your toes and sharp, and not just at hey, I'm just firing at this target, but putting you in situations that, anything can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's one of the things they used to do in the military to us. They used to, what they used to call beat us, right? So they make us do push-ups, sit-ups, and dips, jumping jacks, and get your heart rate all the way up. And then they would actually have you go through the obstacle course.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of putting you in a real scenario where your heart rate is pumping, right? And then you would have to go to the course and make it through there. So
that's cool. Can you mention your business, one more time, I guess, where y'all are located and what you do?
Absolutely. So my name is Fidencio Leija. I own a farmer's insurance agency. We're located right here at Bay Colony Town Center, where the big HEB is on 646 and 45. I'm right behind on Brookport, right next to Manchester Cleaners. We provide insurance of all types, from business, commercial, your life insurance policy, and we also focus on the Latino community because all of my staff is bilingual, including myself. So, para mi gente que habla español, estamos ahí disponibles para ustedes. So,
yeah. Sí. Mucho.
You have to forgive my friend here. But, yeah, that's cool. And, talking to you, it's pretty easy to tell, family is important.
Yes.
And, the values that you have are pretty evident as well. Curt, do you think this year we can get you on a bull at the Galveston County Fair and Rodeo in April?
Well, we have connections now.
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of animals does your daughter, does she show?
She shows a heifer, and then she shows a lamb, and she also shows a goat.
Okay.
So that's what she'll be showing. But yeah, definitely we need to get you on there. They usually have one of those mechanical bulls out there, but if we want a real one, hey, we'll figure it out.
That's what I like, because you're the Ranchers Association.
Yeah, we're the Ranchers Association, but also the president of the Galveston County Fair and Rodeo is my wife's uncle, which is Paul Tobaldo. So we can maybe give him a call and
let's bring him on.
Yeah,
we'd love to bring him on and talk to him about everything.
But yeah, but you were talking about values and just faith is big for me. Being involved in the church. We're very involved in the church, my wife and I, and then of course, like you said, family. But those values is what Santa Fe is about. If you talk to anyone, the faith is big. We have a lot of churches inside of the small town of Santa Fe. And you're talking about a population of 13,000. We have numerous churches there. So we're very involved. So those are the things that I'm really committed to and very involved and engaged on different boards and just different communities. And that's why I'm really making a commitment to run for Santa Fe City Council. That's
cool. When we talk to Mayor Tabor, he's big on, getting business in Santa Fe. Santa Fe is a great place. We know a lot of business owners in Santa Fe. It is a good opportunity if somebody's looking to start a business.
Oh, yeah.
Consider Santa Fe. There's a lot of different opportunities. There's different land that isn't available everywhere. And we can kind of see what's happening, in Houston, how it's moved to Baybrook, League City, and it's just coming down I-45. And there's a bunch of available opportunities you can make into whatever you want. So, we're here in Lamarck, and we kind of feel that same way. Lamarck and Santa Fe, they're here. Like, the cities intertwine. And so, as a community, we love promoting people doing cool things. We love promoting local business, and we're happy that you made time to come in today.
Absolutely, brother. I really appreciate it. And we need more of this. You're a radio show, and we just need to get it out there. let people know more about it, because we got to get this information, and you guys are hip and cool.
Thank you. We haven't heard that yet.
Swag. You guys got swag.
Appreciate you. Well, we're going to take a quick break on the FM. Thank you so much for coming in today. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the Arms Room with Spencer. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Elevation. Oh, sing. You can stream us at KHEAradio.com. You can also listen to 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m.
Bam.
Woohoo. Boom.
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir.
And thank
Yeah,
you for,
absolutely.
Easy, huh?
for the gifts.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
We'd love to talk to you more
Yeah.
about everything. We didn't even get a touch on basketball.
Yeah.
I'm a big basketball fan too.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching last night. LSU.
Yeah.
Upset. I don't want to say Kentucky, and man, it was a big deal because I think LSU was ranked 22nd or 15th.
And Kentucky's always in the top 5 or something like that.
And they upset them last night. It was
Yeah.
a big deal. It was a big deal. But good talking to y'all.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. What's up, Facebook? Thank you for taking the time to tune in. That was Mr. Fidencio, local gentleman doing some cool stuff from Galveston. Grew up and then finished school in Santa Fe. Big basketball fan and everything else. So we're going to be talking to Mr. Spencer from the Arms Room about everything they have going on.
I'm scared of you still because you
Just
stabbed me
because?
the last time.
Water,
Are you going to distract me again?
water under the bridge.
And you're going to be like, oh, look, he's over there.
I had to. You already saw what was going on, so I had to throw a curveball your way.
Oh, man. Just don't be around this guy with a Sharpie.
Hey, we did some cool training with you at the Arms Room.
Yes.
And that.
By the way, you guys did great.
Thank you.
You really did. Some people freeze up, and in fact, some. So I ran the entire staff through the Tooler drill.
Did they do good?
Some.
Yeah.
Some did not.
Some got marked up as well.
Some
huh?
of them, we had a little review on what they did, and it was pretty funny.
I told Curt, I was like, I think I would have gotten 3 shots off, but it doesn't matter because he still was coming at me, and that's like a
Right.
real life potential situation.
Yeah, it's really more to kind of expose things happen much quicker than people anticipate, especially people with limited firearms training. They don't realize that firearms really typically are used as a distance tool.
The thing that I didn't realize is, hey, if somebody's coming at you, there's a situation, you need to move back, move away. Like, you can't, because me, I'm just like, obviously I see the people at the range, and they're just standing there. They got their target, they're locked in, pop, or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just like, okay, this dude's coming at me. And I was aiming for his stomach. And I don't know if that's a good idea. If someone's attacking you, maybe not the best one because they could probably still come at you. But I just stayed still because I was like, But no, I got popped a couple times.
Yeah,
You got to move around.
That's what we learned. Yeah.
You got to jump, dive, move everywhere.
duck, dip, dodge. Yeah,
It's like dodgeball.
Yeah, no, you guys pretty much said it all. That's really the entire point of the lesson, and it really only takes one go at it to realize that there's more to self-defense than how you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So just moving around and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you guys did really well.
So what is the name of that program one more time?
The Arms Room. Oh, the Tooler drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a age-old. I mean, they've been used law enforcement and security. Not so much the military. We kind of covered it over like a lecture.
Sure.
When I was in, but it's been used a lot. And there's and if you do any kind of research, there's some back and forth and debate about how realistic versus can we use this in court. A lot of stuff going on in the Tooler drill, but the main idea is to kind of open up new trainees and candidates' eyes when they're learning how to defend themselves with a firearm.
That's cool. We got 6 seconds. We're going to go on the FM right now. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have a special guest in studio. We've had an action-packed show today. We were talking about yoga. Then we were just talking about the great city of Santa Fe, our community, some local business as well. And now we're going to be talking about the Arms Room. So we got Spencer in studio. What's up, Spencer?
What's up, man?
So where is the Arms Room located?
3270 Gulf Freeway South, here in kind of right on that border of Dickinson and League City.
Yeah, that trips me out every time because it's always like Dickinson. I'm like, that's League City. And then it's like, well, it's League City. No, it's Dickinson. So if you know, you know. It can be
Yeah.
considered both, I think.
That's why I started saying every time I get a phone call, where are you guys located? I always make sure I tell them right on that line so they know. Yeah.
They know exactly where
Go
we're talking
to the
about.
line, stand there, and then you'll see the arms room. It will just appear in front of you.
Scream out arms room. I'll come out. I'll grab you. I'll bring you into the store.
By the arms.
With
Here
the
you go.
Sharpie,
There it is.
pretending to be a knife.
Yeah. So y'all have a lot of training going on. Y'all have a full facility where you can purchase, you can practice. What all do y'all have going on and offering at the Arms Room?
So we are a firearms indoor range, and we are also a firearms dealer. So it's kind of split half and half. So on our right side, we have a 22.5 yard range or meter range. We have 15 lanes. We have a range office, and we have RSOs, range safety officers, watching over. On kind of the left side, it's the store. So we have multiple displays and racks where we can sell you rifles, shotguns, pistols. If we don't have it in stock, then we can definitely special order it through our distributors.
Can y'all almost get anything? Like if you don't have it, is there pretty much anything? y'all
Pretty
get?
much, yeah. If we don't have it physically in our inventory, then we have multiple distributors that will special order through that we work through.
I think I know the answer to this, but I haven't heard about anything, and you would have. But so I'm thinking like technology, like radio equipment, they have these huge conventions. Musicians, like instruments, they have these huge conventions. Like this is the newest thing coming out. Do they have that for firearms and safety items?
In conventions like where the nation comes in and does something.
Yeah, the nation or like dealers or people like that. Like this is the newest thing on the market. Y'all are gonna want to carry this in your stores.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind that everyone who's associated with firearms is SHOT Show. SHOT Show is held in Las Vegas. It's just a massive convention. Where
That's cool.
Everyone, the number one manufacturers bring their new lineup, say for like SHOT Show 2019.
Mm-hmm.
What are we bringing to the table in 2019?
Yeah.
And then there's other things like Trigger Con that are big, but not as big as SHOT Show. SHOT Show is the.
Have you had the opportunity to go to SHOT Show yet?
I have not.
We need to get you there. What is it going to take?
Probably me running my own store. No, the owners go.
Travis, right?
Travis goes. Some of the investors go, and
Is he taking Anthony?
Anthony's gone. Anthony's kind of like the bodyguard for Travis.
That's not fair. So he'd be like, "Hey, you need a bodyguard. What about me too, right?"
Yeah, they've gone quite a bit. And they, from what I heard, it's a really good time.
That's pretty cool. Curt, we went yesterday and we shot a quick video. We wanted to pop in and just say hi.
We did. We just wanted to say hi, and then you're like, hey, we got Valentine's Day specials. Can you talk a little bit about what that is and what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's basically half off for people who are going to be bringing in their dates and whatnot. We run that once a week, but we're going to give out different specials for people, half off. We're talking different discounts on rentals and things of that nature. Really, just you want to bring your date or your loved one in, just announce it to the cash register or the register. And
I love this person, and
yeah,
they're like, "You
exactly.
get half off.
You throw
get
that
half
arm
off."
over, and then, yeah, start just throw it.
They already
roses
know.
out.
If I show up with my Gardy, can I still get it?
Yes.
Okay.
You just bring your friend. Yeah.
Yep,
Sometimes you just
exactly.
go with friends. Yeah, that's really cool. So we shot that video. We saw a video that Anthony was a part of. I think that Chevy filmed because he threw his
Yeah.
logo on the end. It was like Kingston DeVille Creative
Yeah,
Production.
like looking through with his little A cap.
yeah. And he turns around in the chair, and there's a fireplace.
Yeah.
Computer monitor going on. It was a funny video, and we instantly shared it out. The video we shot wasn't quite to that level, but I feel like we still got the word out.
Yeah, it's one of our most popular videos.
That was a good one.
It was funny.
Yeah. So
My video? The one with my acting?
Yes.
Were you a little concerned when you saw me standing behind the counter and be like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my paycheck. I haven't got paid yet.
Yeah. Well, you did really well. I'll tell you that.
I was concerned because he was trying to help customers. Like, have a good day. Can I help you? And I was
Yeah.
like, he knows nothing. He knows nothing.
They were like, I work here. Stop.
Yeah, he was saying that to the employees, and they were
Yeah.
just like, dude, I have an arms room. He's like, oh, I didn't notice.
They haven't got my shirt yet. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
I was like, I work for the arms room too. KHEA.
Yeah, he had
Actually,
a shirt on.
I got kind of caught off guard because I was working private lessons, and then I just see you two up there. I'm like, did we have something to do? Am I late to something?
Yeah. Why are they behind the counter?
You didn't even say hi yesterday.
You were in the zone.
I was in the zone. I'm sorry, man.
I was a little concerned.
You have to be in the zone whenever you're in that work mode and you're working around something that you need to be so safe and smart about.
And really, with new students, people who come to me who don't have any background in firearms, you have to give them your utmost attention because they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you get a gun pointed at you inadvertently, or they drop a firearm, or they drop something and they have a firearm in their hand. You just got to be on the ball a lot. But it's kind of the work that I appreciate. So
yeah, whenever you are instructing a new student who has no experience, you really can't assume anything.
Right, exactly.
And I guess even if you have somebody who's like, oh, I have experience, you almost have to assume they have no experience.
Yeah, I won't say that, but they essentially have to prove that to me.
Yeah.
What is this? What component is this? What is the third rule for the Universal Firearm Safety Laws? What's the cycle of operation? If they don't know the basics, then I'll just start to back it down and start teaching it like a new student.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. So yeah, we shot that video. We dropped it. It hasn't even been up a day. I know it had people liked it and they were sharing it and excited to go check out the arms room.
Close to about 2,000 views already.
Yeah, I know it broke 1,000 like yesterday, so it's rolling. So if you haven't seen that video, go check out KHEA Radio's videos on Facebook. You'll be able to share that, learn more about the information, see the Academy Award winning acting of Mr. Curt Casper. He has the potential.
At least one side of the counter had really good acting.
There it is.
That's what Anthony was saying. He's on the other side, and he was like, but I work, people are going to, and we're like, that's the funny part. You know, like Curt, Anthony's wearing the arms room stuff.
Anthony was like, what are we doing?
We said, just wing it. Just go with it.
That's what he does best. He calls himself One Take Macaluso, but that one take actually, that's like 50 takes.
I'm glad you've said his last name because I have been dying to know, and sometimes it's weird, like, how do you pronounce
Macaluso?
I used to just call him Macaluso because it's funny to me.
Yeah.
So we used to call each other by our last names in the military, so I would just scream out, Macaluso.
Macaluso.
Get over here, you know? And
we've been saying Anthony Macaluso.
Macaluso.
Don't say that.
I
It's gonna trip me out,
I'm
man.
going to start doing that.
Macaluso. He was listening earlier. He texted me. He's like, hey, for the first time, I'm actually listening, on 99.5 FM on the radio. It sounds great.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, it's real. We're not just saying that. You can actually listen at 99.5 FM. Turn on your car. This is a real thing. But we also stream on Facebook for you. Yeah. And we also stream on KHEAradio.com for everyone as well across the world. So there's that. There's a lot of options. Curt, we're talking about building an app.
We are. We're talking about building an app for KHEA Radio, so that way you can tune in. We can send you notifications to your phone. We can ping you.
So you can know.
We just want to connect with you, I guess.
We can know about the arms room, having that Valentine's stuff. We're like, guess what? Boom, push notification. It's Valentine's Day. These are options for you, at this time of year.
We just got to find a way to build one.
Yeah.
We got to know somebody who builds one.
We
learn how to code. Yeah.
Yeah, we know some people that code, and we know some opportunities where we can make it happen, but it's not an easy thing, and it can be expensive, like $1 million expensive.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, if you wanted it.
I think $1 million's a little bit of an exaggeration.
I'm not joking, dude.
Really? That's
Google how much it costs, and that's like just to create it, and then how much do you think it costs to upkeep it? Hey, I want this change. It's not easy.
What do you have to do to get it like on like
the App Store?
Play stores? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have to be an app developer. Like specifically with Apple, and you have to fill out all this paperwork.
It's approval.
And you have to pay a bunch of money for it, and then you get an app. Oh, yeah. No, Apple's made it ridiculous to get on.
Which is a good thing because you want it to have a certain quality standard.
Right.
But if you're small, hey, this is our first app, then it's going to be a journey.
Yeah.
But it is possible.
Yeah.
Doing it at an affordable rate is going to be tricky, but you can learn and make it work and jump through the hoops, and it has a big benefit as well. So
you got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody's looking for the arms room, like where can they go to find your website, and where can they go to learn more about that Valentine special?
Right on our website. So it's going to be thearmsroomtx.com. You'll see our classes. You'll see our range. You'll see our store as well, our web store and our inventory that way. Pretty much anything that you need, you'll be able to visit it going to thearmsroomtx.com.
That's cool.
You'll also be able to see some of our progress on our Arms Room Academy that we're launching here shortly in a couple of months.
That's awesome.
So
I will ask this. So you have a military background. You were in the Navy, right? Mm. How long were you in the Navy?
I was in for 7 years, but I never re-enlisted. It's kind of weird. I was in a program called it went by a lot of names, but it was the Search and Rescue Program, or Air Search and Rescue, or Combat Search and Rescue. And 2 years of my military career was dedicated towards training. So every person who went into my rate has a minimum of 6 years, and then I extended a year so that I could do that final deployment.
Yeah. And now after that, did you immediately go into like training and firearm safety, or was that like a journey that got you here? Because this is what you're an expert in.
No, I went to school for a little bit before the military, and I didn't do so well. So one of my goals was to kind of like get that knocked out. As soon as I got out of the military, I jumped right into school and got my degree. I got my degree in criminal justice. I did a internship with the U.S. Marshals for a year with the Texas Fugitive Task Force team.
Wow, how was that? Are you allowed to talk about that stuff or no?
Just in general, they were just awesome, and that's where I wanted my career to go as federal law enforcement, because a lot of these dudes were ex-military vets, and we just kind of talked the same talk, and they had a really, really cool job. So I did that for a year, and I put in for it, and we're still waiting to see what happens.
Dang,
wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I went up to D.C. to do my interview. Well, Arlington, Virginia, D.C., they're right next to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it in Arlington.
That seems like it's a journey, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not an easy process.
It's very different from the military. In the military, you go to a recruiter's office, and they just sign you up, and then all of a sudden you're on a bus or you're on an airplane, and like, I guess I'm going.
And then they either weed you out, see who's strong and has what it takes from there. From this way, it's almost like we see your background, we know what you have, and then we'll call you in when you're ready.
You'll never arrest us, right?
No. I mean, if you have federal warrants, then we might run into each other.
This radio station might take off. I might have to make some shady deals.
Yeah. I mean,
you just talk about anything, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the game plan, and but shout out to those deputy marshals out in El Paso. Those guys were awesome, great guys.
That's cool, man. So yeah, that's a journey, a process. I know some people that have got hired on that federal level, and they were explaining, like, even if you're going to be a police officer, sometimes, which is a great, it's a great opportunity and a career, and protecting and helping, on the local level more. That's a process too. I know, like the lie detector test, like everything else, and this is standard that you're held to.
And it's good. I wholeheartedly agree with the standard, right? I believe that the military is more geared to younger Americans that want to maybe rebuild their life through military discipline and their formal education, and transform yourself into something else, a soldier, a Marine, a sailor, or airman, or Coast Guardsman. But with law enforcement, you're out on the job. You're working with our community. There should be a standard for where you're selected, and then from there, the academy, and then from there, your probation with your field training officer.
So whenever you were in the military, I know they give credits. I'm not sure the exact wording, but where you're able to take advantage of using I don't know if it's a scholarship, but you go to school because of serving. Is that something you took advantage of?
Absolutely, yeah. This thing, it was, I think it's Chapter 13, which is the post 9/11 GI Bill. Amazing, amazing thing. It just provided opportunities that I just wouldn't have otherwise. I got into school through scholarships, and then when I revisited college for the second time, it not only paid for my tuition. There was a book stipend that they paid for my books, and they gave me a housing supplement. So BAH, or Basic Allowance for Housing. And I was an E5, but if I got out as an E3, I would be getting E5 pay, which is pretty substantial when you're trying to transition from the military to civilian life, which is not easy. I never thought it would be that hard. It was so much harder than I thought.
Can you share a little bit about why? I've never served in the military. I didn't have that. I didn't go that way.
It's so different for everyone. For me, it's almost hard to explain. Like for me, I had a really important job, being part of Combat Search and Rescue, and in the end, I decided that I wanted to be with my family instead of constantly deploying. I mean, I wasn't even there for my second daughter's birth. And the first daughter I knew for 4 months, and then I deployed. And then I deployed again, like back to back for 2012, 2013. And then I kind of said that was enough. But while you're out there, everyone's relying on you, especially people who are hurt, who are medevac, CASVACs. You're actually your hands and you putting hands on people is whether they're going to live or die.
Yeah.
So when you have that responsibility, that burden, but also that great responsibility, and then people see that you can actually do what you were trained to do, it's a great feeling. And then being around guys who are just as capable with you and know that, you know, they'll always have your back and they'll risk their lives to protect yours. When you take that away, it's very unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
I got my wife, I got my kids, but I don't have like a team of dudes that I've been running around with for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you leave that, it's a weird feeling. And then on top of that, the things that most people find difficult is financials, housing. You're in the military. I was a military brat, so I grew up moving every 3 years, then joined the military, and then I was deploying all the time. And by the time I got out as a 30-year-old man, I had no roots anywhere. So trying to develop roots, I think that's also a struggle that a lot of veterans have, and it shows. I mean, do you know what 22 a day is?
I don't.
It's kind of a veterans and active duty military personnel showing respect to that 22 veterans commit suicide every single day. There's 18.5 million veterans right now, and they're trying to bring awareness to the fact that due to post-traumatic stress disorder as well as transitioning and depression, we're losing 22 brothers and sisters every single day, which is about one every hour.
Yeah.
So it's a real struggle. You don't pay attention to it when you're active duty. It just flies past you.
Yeah.
But when you're actually out, I know I felt it. So, and I never thought that'd ever be an issue with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that you have some podcasting that you have done, and it kind of focuses on that aspect, right? Like, hey, transitioning from, law enforcement, military, that life going into something else, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the Pig and Squid show. So pig is kind of a dirty slang for law enforcement, and squid is like dirty slang for Navy. And so it's kind of just a funny thing, but we talk a lot about current politics and also like more personal subject matter like transitioning. And 22 a day, but it's not easy to talk about. Most guys are pretty alpha male in the military, and they don't want to expose any kind of weaknesses or anything like that, so it's not really discussed. So I think the more that we can take the time to bring awareness to it, the better for people who maybe don't want to.
It's really cool that you are doing something because you see that there's a need for that. Hey, the transition, you've done it, you're still doing it. Is that like a lifelong process, almost like that transition, or you feel like, hey, I'm here, like I'm...
It honestly, it just comes and goes, really. Sometimes I'll feel like the military was 9 million years away. Like, I've been out since the end of 2013, but sometimes it feels like 90 years ago. And then sometimes I'll just, like, what am I doing with my life? I need to do something. I need to be back in action. I need to be flying. I need to be shooting. I need to be doing this and that. And then all of a sudden it's back to 90 years ago.
Yeah.
It comes and it goes. It's never a constant thing, at least for me. And that's going to be anecdotal. You'll have to talk to other vets and other law enforcement personnel. But
whenever you meet someone like Fidencio, he said, I think he graduated. He mentioned 1996. I'm not sure if he graduated in 96 or if he enlisted around, 2000. But he said, he went into the Navy and he had some reasons, and he was in there for a while as well.
Yeah.
And do you feel like that instant, almost like that brotherhood with somebody else, when they served in the military?
Yeah, you always kind of size each other up. It's a very interesting dance that these men do. First, where'd you serve at? What branch were you? All right. Oh, I was a Marine. So I was Marine. So I was Navy, and I was Air Force.
Yeah.
So then you make fun of each other if you're from different branches, obviously.
Just for fun, yeah.
Yeah. And then you go into what did you do? Whether you were support or you were combat arms. And then you start discussing that. Then it goes, well, what years did you serve? And then you see how you guys are generationally, and if you have any commonalities, and then it becomes like, this is my buddy immediately,
Yeah.
Because you're used to everyone takes care of everyone.
You connect on a different level.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. It's a very weird thing, and I didn't really think about it until you just asked me that. But there is a step to two guys or service members meeting for the first time and realize you came from the same branch.
So we can kind of have that. So like after we leave here, we're gonna go on air with our friend Pierre. We're actually gonna go do an interview for him, and so we're just like, oh, so what are you doing? What equipment are you using?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, where are you broadcasting this?
Yeah.
You know, even
where'd you go to school?
Yeah, all this stuff. Like, what's your background? You know,
Yeah.
we've had people ask,
What
and
branch are you from?
Yeah.
pretty much, but it's fun
Yeah.
to see how there's some kind of correlation. But whenever somebody's in the same industry, somebody
Yeah.
has the same background as you,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, and then you see, oh, we went to school the same place or the
Yeah.
same time. Or I know I've seen stuff on the military. It's like, oh, well, they served, you know, in the now. It's not the same back in my day whenever we served in Kuwait.
If you're an older generation, automatically it was always harder, right? No matter what you did, or if you did 5 deployments in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
No. My boot camp was harder than yours because I was in the 80s or whatnot.
yeah.
And you know what? Fighters do that as well. Fighters do that.
Like UFC, because you've done some training as well, right?
Right. I've actually fought 3 times in the cage, and when you go to fight, there's a long process of medical interviews. Then they bring you all together and tell you how the whole card is going to go. The first thing people do is start sizing each other up. Like, how big is this dude? Can this dude take me? I'm not fighting him, but you know, this and that. What's his belt in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
What's his background? Is he a boxer or a wrestler? It's all the same.
That's cool. So Curt is looking to make his amateur boxing debut this summer.
What?
He's going to get knocked out because he hasn't been training, but he announced it to the world. Can you box him?
Who?
This guy.
Curt, you want to box?
I don't want that as my.
Yes, please do
I don't want
it.
him as my. He's got kids. What if I damage him?
That's true. As long as he's looking out for me.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. Hey,
Excuse for everything.
so we're just about out of time. Can you share one more time the arms room, the location? How can somebody find out more information and why they should come join the location, and
Right.
just check out you guys?
Absolutely. So we are the Arms Room in League City, Dickinson, Texas. You can find us at 3270 Gulf Freeway South. If you want to look up our classes, our firearms, our range times, any of our specials or deals, you can go to the armsroomtx.com.
Man, thank you for joining us. And thank you to the listeners out there and you on Facebook and everybody listening at 99.5 FM. We're actually testing some newest sound equipment today in the sanctuary, it seems. And so it is jamming. And I'm hearing it through my ears, and it sounds great. I'm excited to run in there. But we're going to be on air with Pierre today around 11:30.
Tune in.
So, yeah, go. We're going to share. I think we already shared that link as well. But check that out. Thank you, Spencer, for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
No problem, brother.
And we'll be visiting you soon. We still need to go and shoot. We need to go and actually shoot there on the range and
Come
do
in
that.
and see me, man. We'll take care of it. It'll be fun.
All right. This is KHEA Radio. It's been Kickstart. Coming up next is Versus on KHEA Radio. Stay tuned. It's going to be an awesome day for you. I know it. Share this out if it's on Facebook. This is 99.5.
All right. Bye, Facebook. We love you. We got to go. We got to
Facebook.
run all the way to Webster.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Adios. Boom.